Space, humanity's last horizon. These are the records and expeditions of the Federation starship Lovelace. Assigned an ongoing galactic charter, the intrepid crew of the Lovelace explores the excitement of strange new worlds, encounters new life forms and new civilizations, and ultimately seeks to boldly go where no one has gone before.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Fable Scraps' Star Trek Adventures Lovelace. There we go. Hello, my name is Nicotine. I'm the DM for today. If you're listening to the show on podcasting apps such as Spotify or Stitcher, know that we record this show live every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Pacific, live at twitch.tv/FableScraps. The live audience has the ability to affect the show in meaningful ways through the clever deployment of funds. These funds buy you threat or momentum. Threat is a point pool that the DM uses to introduce complications for the crew, and momentum are points that is a point pool that the crew may use to re-roll or gain an advantage or learn information about a certain event in the story. So, without further adu, I want to go ahead and introduce everybody. We're going to do a quick introduction, starting with Fist of the Walrus.
Hello.
If Fist sounds good, can I get some ones in chat? Thank you. Go ahead.
Get those ones in the chat, hopefully, maybe. Hello, I'm Fist of the Walrus. I'm a roleplay streamer here on Twitch, and been doing a little variety here and there. And I also play Captain Lockstead. Looking forward to today's episode.
Perfect.
Little quiet.
Oh, I adjusted you. Awesome. Thank you, Fist. Next up is Locke. If Locke sounds good, let's get some twos in chat.
Hi, I'm Locke the Raven. I'm a variety streamer on Twitch, and I'm also a cast member here on Fable Scraps, both on Tuesdays on Star Trek Lovelace and Fridays on Doomlore, a 40k story. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter. There's my son. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Locke the Raven, spelled like it sounds.
Awesome. Thank you, Locke. Next up, we have Aaron Black. If Aaron sounds good, let's get some threes in chat.
Hello, my name is Aaron Black. I am an author that recently wrote a cyberpunk detective mystery called Firewall Down. And if you want to know more about that, you can follow me over on Twitter at Aaron B. Writes.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Last but not least, Enovan.
Hello there, I'm Enovan. I'm a roleplay and variety streamer here on twitch.tv. Typically, I mainly stream GTA roleplay and some VR/variety on the side as well. And Enovan is spelled E-N-E-V-U-N.
Wonderful. Thank you, Enovan. If I sound okay, I'd like to see some fives in chat while we discuss this episode of Star Trek Adventures Lovelace. Starfleet has recently called upon its most local vessel to this diplomatic crisis in Iona, in the Triaxa system. The Lovelace has been conducting survey operations near this system, and so to that end, the Lovelace has been dispatched to settle a mining dispute between two parties who are both Federation citizens. The details of the diplomatic mission were unclear. And to that end, we begin today's episode in Captain Lockstead's ready room in the midst of discussion with his superior at Starfleet, Admiral Black. Look, I know it's not the most interesting or maybe the most fun, but we're kind of worried about rebellion here.
You really think it's that serious?
I'm not one to stereotype, but the Andorians are ruthless with this. They're convinced it's part of their territory, and we can't convince them otherwise without somebody meeting them face to face. We need you there to settle this dispute with the Antarans, because if things get out of hand there, we're worried about destabilization in the entire Triaxis system.
Well, hopefully I can sort things out. I mean,
Thank you.
he's a really... It must be very stubborn for it to go that far.
Well,
But see what I can do.
you know how the Andorians are, Captain.
Yes.
I know you're the captain, and I won't tell you how to do how to conduct business on your ship, but I would suggest having both parties' leaders, trying to meet in a neutral location. Maybe the Lovelace, if you guys can, find a place. So.
I was just about to say, Lovelace would probably be the best meeting ground for the two factions. Okay. Is there anything else I should know about?
No, I don't think so. I think it's pretty straightforward. The Andorians think they have dominion over this rock, and the Antarans have already begun mining there, so I'm not sure. However way this shakes out, the only thing we need is peace. We don't really care how it's accomplished, as long as everyone is, given as much as they can get. Try to make everyone win. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm going to try my hardest, but it sounds like how things really are. I'd rather not look like I'm pandering to either side. I'll
Certainly.
figure it out, though. I'll figure it out. Don't worry. I usually do.
All right. Well, thank you.
Yes. Thank you for not sending me out, last mission. This should be much easier, hopefully.
Wonderful. Well, I've got a lot of work to do. If you have any more questions, feel free to reach out. Blackout.
Very well. Goodbye. It's been a while since I've had to deal with negotiations.
Captain,
Yes, computer.
your cortisol levels are high for a human. Deploying anti-stress measures.
Thank you. I don't think this is helping.
Shall I raise the volume, Captain?
No, computer. That's quite all right.
Shall I play more than one song at once?
What one song are you referring to?
I can play multiple songs at one time.
Let's computer. Could we stick to one? Actually, I like this song. Could we make a protocol? And I want you to name that protocol Peace Talk. Could it just be the song that is playing the loudest and not both of them, just in case things get heated during this negotiation? We might be able to play that during recess.
Creating protocol now.
Excellent. Thank you very much, computer. All right. Well, suppose I should get everyone ready. Computer, could you get all bridge crew to bridge, please? And thank you.
Attention all bridge crew. Please report to the bridge.
Thank you, computer. Also, could we put soothing light on in the bridge? Try something maybe like a light blue or something like lavender, something calming.
Error. Define soothing.
Maybe something light, a vibrant color, something easy on the eyes.
Working. Pastel pink.
We'll go with that. We'll see how we feel about that. I'll ask the bridge crew and see how they feel when they enter the room. Don't tell
Changing
them.
all lights to pastel pink.
No, just the bridge.
The
Just the
entire
bridge.
ship.
Lockstead's communicator goes off.
The entire ship is now pastel pink.
I would probably immediately.
Yeah,
Like-
Lockstead's communicator's gonna go off.
Yes?
Captain,
Yes?
Commander Herrick, the lights appear to have changed their hue all over the ship, sir.
Yeah, how do you feel about it? Do you like it?
This is not within Starfleet protocols, sir.
But do you feel calm? Do you like it? Is it easy on the eyes?
That is not up for debate. This is outside of Starfleet protocol.
You'll understand when you get to the bridge. I'm trying something. Don't worry. I'll debrief you as soon as you get here. Sounds good?
No, Captain.
Yes?
This does not sound good, sir.
Okay, well, we can discuss it in the bridge. I'll see you there.
Sir, I'm in the bridge.
Oh. Oh, why didn't you say you snuck up on me? Oh, my God. Where did you get here?
I've been at my station literally the entire time you've been in the ready room, sir.
Well, I've just been a little stressed. We're going to be helping solve a dispute between two mining parties. So I was just trying to experiment with some different hues to see what would really help bring a tense situation into a more calmer environment. And this is what the computer recommended.
Computer, please reset the lighting to approved Starfleet hue.
Resetting lighting.
Actually, Captain, I was able to.
When did you get here?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just walked in behind you. Sorry about that. I've been able to reroute the Jeffries tubes from the briefing room. I'll need a little bit of time, but I can probably replicate a nice table and chairs, and maybe we can just have the lighting in there.
Okay, yeah, we can try that. Also, about the Jeffries tube, the Children Laughing soundtrack isn't playing in there still, is it?
I haven't gotten any reports of that, but I haven't been through the area that we originally had it playing. Have you been hearing it, Captain?
No, I just want to make sure that it's not, because when we, have everyone over in the briefing room, I don't want anyone being startled or weirded out. And children laughing in the Jeffries tube is definitely not something that we want.
The computer's been just softly playing the children laughing in Lockstead's room while he's asleep. Just loud enough for him to maybe think he's heard it, but not really.
Anyways, now that we're all here, I guess you've overheard the conversation. We will be having two factions coming over. They're having a mining dispute, and I'm here to help settle it. It's going to be a very delicate situation. The Andorians are very hot set in believing that their territory is being encroached upon, and this could lead to civil distress. So, let's set up the briefing room. I'll leave that for you, Belmont, to get that all figured out. If you could, Herrick, greet the parties as they come aboard the Lovelace. We're going to be the neutral territory. And Ram, you're going to help me make this ship a more welcoming and peaceful environment. We're going to do that in the briefing room. How's that sound?
That sounds good to me, Captain. I have to admit, I actually kind of liked the mood lighting we had a second ago.
I
Thank
enjoyed
you.
it as well. It was very calming.
It went well with the laughter.
There's laughter.
In some areas of the ship.
Oh, right.
Belmont,
Sure,
you
it
can
was-
take care of that.
No, I think it was just. I think Rem means surprised the crew. I mean, it was an interesting cue. I really don't think we have the laughing child in the. I will check, just in case.
Please. Could you please?
Absolutely.
Move the laughing
Absolutely.
child engrams.
Okay, well, you run and make sure there's no laughter tracks playing. I guess Ram and I will head on over and get the briefing room set. And
Sure.
Herrick, I'm sure that you'll be a perfect candidate to welcome aboard our two parties and make them feel this is a safe place to negotiate.
If I may, Captain,
Yes?
I believe it would set the negotiations off on the wrong foot for both parties if the captain of the mediating vessel were not to greet them when they came aboard.
I know, but I wanted to decorate.
Captain.
Fine. Okay. How about this? How about I decorate first and then I go with you? Sound good? I just wanted to try something different, make it because if I'm right there, you think that it's a lot of pressure, you know. I just want to be in the briefing room, ready
It
for
is-
them there. We conduct business there, but pleasantries. It's just something new. I'm trying.
Captain, excuse me for overstepping, but I believe that would imply that you're in a position of power and or authority over the mediating parties when you should be trying to facilitate a, as you put it, calm negotiation process.
Actually, if I could step in real fast, Andorians can
Herrick
be.
neck pinches Belmont.
I've had a few experiences with Andorians. I even dated one for a while. When it comes to showing authority, the stronger you present yourself, I'm not going to say it's more respected, but in a way it is. So you'll have to work with that with however you are. I'm not sure how much you've dealt with, but not showing up could play to your advantage, depending on who it is. So I'm just suggesting that, Captain.
You think it would be more of a power move to not even think they're worthy of my time, that I don't even show up
Possibly.
and I'm just in the
It-
briefing
it
room?
may you may start with the upper hand, as it were. They're going to be upset. They're going to be very upset. But I underneath. But also, Commander Herrick, I'm not sure how much interaction you've had with Andorians.
Very quickly, I would like to point out that the universe has bestowed upon the party an extra point of threat, courtesy of Vixie.
Wow. Thanks.
Okay, well, I see two options, and okay, so I don't want to play into either side. I want to be neutral as I possibly can. So you're saying they respect authority. Mm-hmm.
They will push against authority. I'm not saying they'll respect it, but they are very quick to want to position themselves above others as often as they can. They do feel themselves superior to others. So you're sort of going in against that before you even meet them.
Right.
I can't tell you which direction is correct. I'm just telling you what I do know.
And what do you know of the party that they're having conflict with?
The
And-
Antarans? Actually, not much. I've had no interaction with the Antarans.
Computer. Could you give us a little background on the Yentarans and what we could expect?
Certainly. Searching database now. Entarans. A species. Located in the Triaxa system. Long cultural rifts between Antarans and Denobulans. Very little is known.
Well, shoot. Okay. We'll do this. I'll be there with you, Herrick, to greet both parties. Ram, I'll leave it up to you to decorate the briefing room to be as peaceful as you can possibly make it. And Belmont, you can assist in that, but also make sure that the laugh tracks of children have ceased. Okay?
Yeah,
Sounds good.
I'll start a search.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'll join Ram.
All right, so the crew is about half an hour away from the Triaxa system. Belmont has discovered Ensign Gregory in the briefing room, assembling a large, kind of overly opulent fountain.
Gregory.
Oh! Hi, Lieutenant Commander Belmont. Sorry. This was supposed to be a surprise. I was going to surprise you. Well, the captain. I mean, everyone.
Well, I am surprised, but I'm not quite sure what you're doing. What is that?
It's a fountain. It's a fountain. I designed it myself.
Right.
It's not on yet. I can turn it on and then,
Well, no. Have you already ran pipes to that?
Yeah. It took me days.
I've got some bad news. We actually need a very large table and chairs in this space since it's the briefing room. I like where your head's at. This is nice, and it would probably be very soothing, but it's a little too large.
Lieutenant Commander, I don't know
Who signed off on this?
Well,
by
I just thought, once the captain saw it, that, he'd really like it. I don't think I can get rid of it that fast.
Oh. Okay. I tell you what we're going to do, okay?
What? Am I going to be fired? Am I fired?
No, you're great.
Okay.
Turn it on.
Okay.
I'm going to need your help.
Okay.
Making curved tables. We're going to make a curved table around the fountain.
Oh, good idea. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
we can do that. Absolutely.
I need you to get to replicating pieces for that as soon as possible.
I'm on it.
And chairs to match. Mahogany, maybe. I'm not sure. Just
Mahogany. Okay. Yeah, I can do that. I can do
right.
that. Okay.
And
Ensign Gregory just speeds off.
I'm gonna contact the captain. Captain,
Yes?
this is Lieutenant Commander Belmont. There's, I don't even know how to say this. Ensign Gregory has built something in the briefing room, and we can't. There's not enough time to get rid of it. Do you have a moment?
What do you mean? I'm just about to receive both parties. What's going
They're down there. Oh, okay. So
Yes.
it is a water fountain. It's gorgeous, but it's very opulent. It's very large. We're replicating tables to place around the fountain with chairs, but there's no chance of moving it.
Oh my God! Would you say it's a peaceful fountain? Would you say it's like tranquil?
It is a very peaceful fountain.
Absolutely. I mean, honestly, the sounds from the water are incredibly soothing. I mean, I think if we match it with the right music, maybe the lighting. I mean, I think that you might have a winner here. But it's again, it's very large.
We'll keep it. We'll keep it just for now. We'll see how it works. If it's too distracting, we'll figure something out. Don't worry.
Sure.
It'll be fine.
We could always warp it.
What? Wait, what? You mean transport it?
Transport it, yes, that's what I meant.
Oh,
warp it out of the room.
Oh, I suppose we could. The only problem is, I mean, there might be a little bit of work to turn the water off. I don't know if I have enough time to do this. I mean,
We'll see how everyone... If they don't like it, we can get rid of it. We'll warp it into Gregory's room. Gregory built it, Gregory can have it.
I agree. I think
don't
that's
think-
fair.
I don't think it'll fit. But
Don't worry, it'll be fine.
hi, Captain.
The,
Very well.
The universe has bestowed upon the crew another point of threat, bringing our total threat to 4.
Oh no, it's sentient.
Sorry, our total threat to 5. I misspoke.
Oh my God.
Courtesy of Maybun. Thank you, Maybun.
Gregory starts drowning in the fountain.
I think I'm
The
gonna have
episode we kill Gregory.
I'm gonna have Gregory on standby on these pipes, watching for leaks, right now. As soon as he gets back with all this stuff he's doing for the tables.
All right. So, the crew is about 10 minutes from entering the Triaxis system. Ensign Gregory has come back. Everything's in order, and he's assembling the circular table with about 15 chairs, and it looks fine. It looks fine. Everything looks fine. He hasn't turned the fountain on yet.
Oh, all right. As soon as he's done setting it up, I'm gonna say, okay, Gregory, just before they show up, can you turn it on? I really want to see it and hear it properly.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'm just gonna make sure I wired it all up correctly, because, my tricord.
Wired?
Well,
What'd you do?
There's a pump. It's gotta have it's a fountain.
Oh, right. I thought you put lights like inside.
Well, there are lights inside. Yeah, absolutely.
There are. Oh my goodness. Okay.
It's a fountain. Oh, I love
Oh,
pipes. I'm not just gonna. Pardon my language. I'm not just gonna half butt a fountain.
Right.
Okay.
I understand the use of the language. That's fine. I think that's wonderful. I think lighting. Does it have a wide spectrum that we can change it to? Is it full RGB?
Yeah, absolutely.
It is. Okay.
What is
great.
this? The
Can we turn it off?
1850s?
We're that's a good one. I think
Old-timey molasses candy.
if you can maybe program it to also maybe shift through some colors, sort of like a rainbow.
Oh,
Give us some options.
That is a very good idea.
Yeah, if we can change. through
I
some
like
things,
where
I
your
think
head's
that's
at. Yeah, I can do that. It's gonna take a little bit of wiring. I'm good. I can handle it.
Okay.
I got this.
wonderful. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. It might take me a minute though, so if I'm still working, it's fine. I'll get it done. But there's a panel back there. I gotta just finish up the wiring.
I understand.
And
Absolutely, I understand.
Wonderful.
You do know how to wire it, right? I know your specialty is in pipes and everything, but
With all due respect, Lieutenant Ram, you see this this badge here? It says Ensign.
Yes, I
And
do
there's the
see
uniform. Engineering.
that. I'm not accusing you of half-butting anything. It's just
Hey,
I want to ensure there's no fires in the water fountain.
You see this badge?
no, I can handle it, Lieutenant Ram.
Okay. If anything goes on fire, I guess activate the water and it'll put it out.
Has Gregory said badge. Has he lost his ensign pip? Is that what you're trying to tell us?
No,
Just like a little sticky note.
it's got a name tag. It's
Yeah,
got one on the
just like
front
got
that
a
says
little
Ensign
hello, my
Gregory and
name
one on the
is-
back that says Kick Me.
This is monogrammed ensign Gregory into his uniform.
Okay. I as an aside, I would really like I don't know, something to give us some background on Gregory's time at Starfleet Academy at some point?
Gregory
Just
the
as an
Baby.
aside.
Yeah, totally.
I have to assume that
Yeah.
would be
Absolutely.
wonderful.
Absolutely.
Can I start fabricating a fire extinguisher?
Well,
Just in
the
case.
ship has automated fire systems, anti-fire measures.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. All right, so it's right about that time for the delegates to arrive. The lighting in the briefing room is a beautiful pink color. The water fixture, the fountain, is on, but the lights are still being worked on by Ensign Gregory. Might take a little while. And and the captain is dressed in dress uniform. So it's a slightly different uniform, a little fancier, a little bit more like a dress. Unfortunately, it looks a little bit more like a dress, but it's the fancy, officer's dress uniform. And as is Commander Herrick. And you are both in the transporter room, eagerly awaiting the arrival of the head of the Andorian Imperial Surveyors Consortium, and the Andorian representative. You're just pulling out of warp now. You've arrived in the Triaxis system. It's quite apparent that this system is teeming with life. There's a lot of activity here, and you know that in this system there are 3 stars. The second largest star is called Iona B. And along the third planet, away from Iona B, is a series of floating rocks, not very large, about the size of the moon, of the Earth moon. You know this to be your destination. But what you see on scans, Lieutenant Ram at the helm, are orbiting around Iona B3-2, this rock, are a space station identified on scanners as Gamma Station, belonging to the Antaran Mining Coalition, as well as several Imperial Andorian battle cruisers, representing the 89th Imperial Andorian Fleet. Their weapons are charged. And what would you like to do, Lieutenant Ram?
Ram would probably call up the captain, who isn't on the bridge, is he? He's down preparing for boarding. Right?
That's right, he's in the transporter room.
Captain?
Yes?
I do believe that we have arrived at the 2 factions. However, it seems like they're getting ready to fire.
Wait, who's getting ready to fire at who?
The Mining Coalition and the Andorian Army.
I'll be right up there. Herrick! We need to go to the bridge!
I'm right next to you, sir.
Oh, sorry about that. I keep how do I keep forgetting people are next to me? Let's go!
The threat meter is now reduced down to 4. You have about
Eric.
2 minutes before those weapon systems will either discharge or be turned off manually.
Computer, let's get an open hail to the Andorian battle cruiser.
Hey,
Hailing now.
Hello, Hello, this is Captain Lockstead of the Starfleet Lovelace. Do you read me?
There is no response.
Hello, this is Captain Eugene Lockstead of the Starfleet Lovelace. Do you come in?
An Andorian woman appears on the screen, exasperated, and clearly not wanting to give you attention whatsoever. Clearly fixated on something else. On the main viewer appears this woman. Starfleet vessel Lovelace. My name is Sotha Shakathron. What do you want?
We've come here in order to help negotiate terms to de-escalate this situation, and it appears that you have weapons charged at the mining facility. What's going on
It
here
is
right
well
now?
within our jurisdiction, Starfleet.
Whether it is within your jurisdiction or not, we have come here to help you negotiate. Is there any way that we can de-escalate the situation?
Oh, right. The negotiators. Give me 1 minute. The main viewer goes blank. As several small shuttles are detected on scanners, leaving the flagship of the 89th Fleet, heading towards the Antaran space station Gamma. The weapons systems are taken offline. The woman appears again on the screen. Starfleet, I have complied with your request to take my weapons systems down for the moment.
I appreciate your cooperation, and we hope that we can work out a more civil way of coming to terms.
Civil. Sure. Do you have any idea what these Antarans are doing to our system?
No, I do not know, but I am more than happy to help mediate
Plundering.
and brokerage.
Plundering. What was your name again? Captain what?
My name is Captain Eugene Lockstead.
Lockstead. All right, Lockstead. These Antarans have been plundering this moon for weeks now, several weeks. We've been surveying their mining operation, and they won't leave. It is well within our right to orbitally bombard this planet until they are gone.
Whether it is right or wrong, I am simply here so we can brokerage a peace and have a less violent conclusion to this. And I'm sure we can do that. I'm sure that is possible. You can get what you want and they can get what they want. Let's have a chance to sit down and discuss things before you begin your bombardment. You think that would be a better idea?
Are you saying that if I sit and talk with the Antarans for some amount of time, that when things fail, we can continue with our orbital bombardment?
I wouldn't go into this discussion with preconceived notions that it will fail. I would go into it open-minded, then you can both reach a resolution without any bloodshed, which I believe that is entirely possible.
Let's make one thing perfectly clear. When your negotiations fail, We will be orbitally bombarding this planet. You can file whatever you want with Starfleet, but this is our property. Are we clear?
So long as we get to discuss things first.
Very well. Where are the negotiations?
They'll be here on the Star Trek Lovelace. It'll be neutral territory. I'll be contacting the Ontarans and bringing them on board as well, so we can have a peaceful discussion and reach a resolution to this.
Very well. We'll prepare to beam aboard your vessel. Send us the coordinates for where you would like us to be.
Very well. We'll go ahead and forward those to you now.
Shakathron out. The screen goes black. You immediately receive a distress signal from the space station. The shuttles.
Patch them through.
The shuttles that were deployed by the 89th Imperial Andorian Fleet have boarded the space station. You see a young man appear on the main viewer with some fire and sparks happening in a control center for this station. The man's name is Sharok, and he is being held at gunpoint by an Andorian Imperial soldier. Hello? Starfleet?
Yes, you're speaking to Captain Eugene Lockstead of the Starfleet Lovelace.
Have you been in contact with the Andorians at all?
Yes, we have. We've just discussed them boarding and us discussing terms.
Okay, well, are they gonna kill us?
I don't know. We're going to discuss things.
You hear the Andorian who's holding Sharok at gunpoint say, maybe.
What is going on there exactly? What is happening?
They just boarded. They're all here and they've got guns.
Is there someone is there someone there that I can speak to that can represent your station?
Me. I am the head of this station and all of mining operations here.
All right. Give me 1 second. I'll end transmission and I'll
Okay.
call back Sotha.
Okay. Sotha appears on the screen. Captain, where are those coordinates?
You'll get those coordinates as soon as you release the representative of the mining facility.
I thought this was
isn't going to be
a
a
negotiation.
one-sided discussion.
Captain, I thought this was supposed to be a negotiation.
A negotiation happens with two parties. I cannot have it with one party. We need to both sit down at the table. I will mediate, and we will both come to a conclusion. It's my understanding that you're now holding up the mining facility, and you have their leader captive.
We're negotiating from a position of power, Captain.
I understand that. However, I can't help you unless we have both parties aboard the Lovelace.
I'll need you to roll for me, Captain. That'll be a let's see here. It'll be a presence and command roll with a complication of 2 and a task roll of 2. Ooh, full success. Okay. The Andorian woman lets out a long sigh and just. All right. Okay. I'll tell the soldiers to stand down momentarily while you beam that Antaran scum aboard your vessel.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Very well. I'll see you aboard the Lovelace.
I'll be
Till then.
joining you first. I don't want to be the second one to show up for this diplomatic meeting.
Very well. That's fine with me.
All right, preparing to beam aboard now.
Excellent. Commander Belmont, let's beam up our friend from the station after Sotha has arrived.
Hi, Captain. Just give me the word, and I'll beam up Sharok.
So who's in the transporter room right now?
I suppose I would be.
Yeah.
I'm probably manning it.
Captain Lockstead, are you there too?
Yeah, I'll hurry down to the room to greet Sotha.
Okay. And Commander Herrick, are you there as well?
Yes.
Okay. Lieutenant Ram, are you back at the bridge, or are you in the meeting room as well?
Ram would probably be putting the finishing touches in the meeting room, maybe some plants around, getting some pond lilies ready
Sure.
when the water goes.
Sure. Good idea. All right. So the Andorian woman sends a communication that just says she's ready for transport.
Very well. Proceed, Belmont.
Hi, Captain. And I'll go ahead and move the things. I forgot what they're called. There's like a thing on the panel. They always push it up. So that's what I'm doing.
Sure. 1 sec. I have here we go. You see before you the Andorian woman, who is a little bit older, dressed in a typical Andorian military outfit, tight, battle outfit. She's got several guns strapped to her, and she's maintaining a power stance. And on the platform, she's looking down at you, the transporter platform. She's looking down at you, but you can tell she's not taller than any of you. She's Andorian. She's blue. She has white hair. She has two large antennae that are fidgeting a little bit. You recognize this to be her scanning the environment around her. Captain Lockstead, I presume?
Yes. Yes. Welcome aboard, Sotha. It's a pleasure to have you aboard the Star Trek Lovelace, Starfleet Lovelace. Allow me to introduce you to Commander Herrick, my second in command, Lieutenant Commander Belmont, and Lieutenant Ram.
Vulcan. And she kind of takes a look at Commander Belmont. Are you part of the command staff here?
Yes, I am.
Huh. What'd you do? Why they got you on the transporter?
Oh, I think a personal touch is important for important situations like this. Want to make sure that you got the best care possible.
Oh, come on. What'd you do wrong?
Oh, nothing. I hope. Captain?
I like
we just
that.
wanted to make sure.
Yeah,
your
I like
experience.
that. No, I like it. I like, you gotta assert your dominance sometimes, Captain. Make your command staff work the transporter like an ensign. That's great. I like it. Good idea. I might use that. All right. Where are we going?
We'll be waiting here until they bring aboard Charok, and then we will proceed to the briefing room.
No. I'm going to the briefing room first.
Of course, if you wish to go to the briefing room first, I can have someone escort you there, and then we will be there with Charok momentarily. How does that sound?
Certainly.
Very well. Herrick, dispatch some security team. Bring her down.
Yes, Captain. Actually, Captain, if I may, I'll escort her personally.
Oh,
Of course.
wonderful. The two make their way out of the transporter room. Just as Just as you, Captain, receive an incoming call from Lieutenant Ram, who has just witnessed Ensign Gregory have a incredible accident at the panel, where he was wiring some lights together to make them nice and RGB for the event. Ensign Gregory, you witnessed Lieutenant Ram flew about 13 feet away from the panel and is not responding.
Captain, a bit of an issue.
Yes, what's going on?
As the threat meter is reduced.
You know that fountain that Gregory put in?
Yes.
Well, he was working with the wiring, and he got a very big zap, is best way I can really put it, and he's not really responding right now.
Oh my god.
We might need medical up here.
Okay, this couldn't have happened at any worse time. Sotha's just on her way over there. Listen, here's what you're going to do. You're going to personally take Gregory, bring him to medical. Is everything else all right there? There isn't anything on fire or anything?
No.
How's the fountain looking?
The fountain is looking great. And the RGB
fountain
lighting did
looks
end up
lovely.
working.
The Ensign Gregory Memorial Fountain looks fantastic.
What a sacrifice!
Everything is perfect except for Gregory.
Okay. Go ahead and take care of that. Bring Gregory to medical immediately.
Right away, Captain. Ram would
I'm gonna-
scoop Gregory up into a bridal carry and then rush to medical.
Put him back in the fountain.
I'm going to patch to Herrick real quick. Herrick, could you do me a favor and make sure the stroll to the briefing room takes just a little bit longer? Gregory has had an accident and now Lieutenant Ram is clearing him from the premises. Strike up some
Yes, Cap.
conversation. Of course, maybe strike up some riveting conversation or something, and we'll be there shortly, don't worry.
Of course, Captain.
Excellent, thank you.
They are about 3 doors away from the briefing room. What do you do, Commander Herrick?
Well, if she has no idea where the briefing room is, if there's a hallway, Herrick will continue to keep his composure and simply take a longer way around to come through the other side of the briefing room.
Oh, okay. Sure. So you come around the sort of the back door of the briefing room.
Oh, no. You misunderstand. He's going to walk in such a way where it'll take them in like a big circle. And instead of coming in from the right side, they're coming in from the left. But since
Okay.
she doesn't know the layout of the ship,
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
does
All
she
right.
know?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Just make like 3 lefts.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you're making a big lap. You're doing a lap.
yeah.
Basically. All right. Okay. Sure. And as you do that, as soon as you walk past the briefing room, you hear a door behind you open and shut, and just as Sotha turns around to look to see Lieutenant Ram carrying in a bridal carry Ensign Gregory, do you do anything to get her attention?
Oh, so they've literally just walked out as
Behind
I'm
you, yeah, yeah.
turning a corner.
Behind you.
Scream really
Yeah,
loud.
what's the protocol for Herrick putting in for a transfer?
Immediately.
Do you do anything to keep her attention?
Can I hide
As
behind
soon
him?
as she starts to look, Herrick will just sort of gesture in front of him and right this way. We've almost reached the boarding room or the boardroom.
I see. This place is like a maze. And what's that smell?
Smell?
It smells like something's burning. No, it smells like burnt hair?
Sadness.
You see her antenna twitch a little bit. Is everything all right?
I believe things are, as they would say, nominal. Yes.
Huh.
As the
Okay.
chief of security, I would certainly be made aware of any issues aboard the vessel.
I see. All right. Well, lead the way.
And Herrick will just keep taking her around.
All right. Well, you end up in the briefing room. And the
Herrick
the
doesn't
doors
know
open.
about the fountain.
The doors open, and you are both surprised to discover a enormous fountain in the center of the room, in this dim mood lighting with like a rainbow pattern lava lamp style animated lights, gamer girl fountain in the center of the room. What did you say your name was? Herrick? Commander.
Yes.
Commander Herrick is this normal?
I do not believe so, but then again, I find myself caught off guard occasionally by human custom.
I don't think I'd say this to a Vulcan, but I like you. She picks her favorite chair, sits down, puts her feet up on the table, just kind of relaxes for a bit. Lieutenant Ram, you're in medbay with Ensign Gregory, who is clinically dead. What do you do?
Is there anyone around that can help?
There are no medical staff aboard the Lovelace. There's only the computer and medbots, which are large trash
Computer?
can shaped.
Gregory needs help ASAP.
Ensign Gregory. Searching for life signs. No life signs of Ensign Gregory detected aboard the U.S.S. Lovelace at this time.
That's the problem. He got a very big shock and he's not responding.
Electrical shock. Understood.
The computer makes like a kind of a loud grinding sound as you notice these large mechanical arms are reaching down from the ceiling and manage to scoop Ensign Gregory out of your arms and prostrate him across this large table. You watch as Ensign Gregory's arms are bound by these large mechanical arms. His dead little body is sort of crumpled, but is being like stretched apart by the machines. The computer makes a little jingling noise.
Lieutenant Ram.
Yes?
Authorization needed to deploy emergency life-saving services in the event of an electrical shock.
Permission granted.
Thank
Wait, what do those procedures mean?
Please clear the room, Lieutenant Ram.
Okay?
I've got the power of God.
As the
I
medbay
don't
doors
understand
close
medicine,
behind
so-
you go ahead and make your way back up to the boardroom. Okay. Charok is ready to be beamed aboard. So, Captain, if you want to meet Charok there.
Fantastic. Proceed, Belmont.
Aye, Captain.
You smell burning here.
I do.
Yeah.
Really strong.
Captain?
Yes. Welcome aboard, Charok.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Whew. My name is, sorry, I'm Charok. Is she here?
Yes. She is currently in the briefing room. We'll be escorting you there shortly. Allow me to introduce you to Lieutenant Commander Belmont.
Pleasure.
Commander Herrick is currently in the briefing room as well, as do I believe Lieutenant Ram is as well. You'll have a chance to meet them there once we arrive. Please, this way.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Charok is clearly been roughed up a little bit. Got some scrapes and bruises. Nothing serious, but is he's got a torn shirt, and is sticking very close to you as the crew makes its way to the boardroom. The doors to the boardroom open, and you find yourself here, all of you together in the boardroom. Charok looks at Sotha. Sotha looks at Charok. Neither say a word to each other. Charok sits on the exact opposite side of the circular table from Sotha.
Can they see each other through this fountain?
They can. It's not tall enough to where they have to like look over. With the exception of Sotha, who does have to like sort of sit up a little bit to be able to see Charok because she is so short.
I will take a seat right in the middle,
Yeah, sure.
and I'll have Herrick and Belmont to my right and left, and then I'll instruct Ram to, he can stand or sit wherever he would like.
What do you do, Lieutenant Ram?
I think Ram's gonna stand.
Cool. Do you tell anybody about what happened in medbay, or are we just never going to talk about that?
Ram would probably whisper to the captain. So Gregory is in the med bay? I've kind of left the computer to do its thing. I'm not very too sure on biology or anything like that, so I'm trusting the computer here.
How is Gregory, by the way? How bad is it?
Last I checked, he was legally dead.
What?
And then Ram would go.
Go to like sit down or just leave the room?
No, he'd go back to where he was standing before.
Ram, come here. Ram.
Yes?
Just, every once in a while, check up on Gregory. Okay. Also,
Right, I can do that.
could you vent out the air in this room? It smells like burnt hair.
Herrick looks at Captain Lockstead and sort of...
Yes, of course. Take care of that, Ram. Yes.
I think air probably won't be the best idea.
Oh, yeah, probably. Just pump some scent in, some calming scent.
Should we go for cinnamon?
I like lavender. Let's try that.
Lavender. Should we go for lavender? Okay.
All right. Okay, we need to get.
Deploying diplomacy protocols.
The fountain is running. The sourpuss faces on either side of the circular table are sourpussing. And you're here now at the diplomacy meeting.
Can I assume that this fountain is designed, when the fountains will shoot those little arches of water,
Yeah.
they, like jump from place to place all the way around?
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
just
You can
I'm
absolutely
picturing it.
assume that this is that kind of fountain. It's elaborate.
Awesome.
Elaborate. It's an opulent fountain.
He built a dancing water fountain.
It's a
I
dancing
hope
water
so.
fountain with RGB lighting and lily pads, courtesy of Lieutenant Ram. It's perfect in every way. It's like the most beautiful fountain you've ever seen.
Well,
Herrick quietly makes a note to have it removed.
No.
I guess we'll get underway. Before we proceed, can I get either side anything, refreshments, or are we good to proceed?
Both sides just kind of grunt or shake their head.
Very well. Okay, well, let's get started then. My name is Eugene Lockstead of the Starfleet Lovelace, and it is my job here to brokerage a peace between you two and seek a non-violent resolution to the issue at hand. I'll be listening to both and trying to understand how I, representing Starfleet, might assist in quelling this misunderstanding that it seems that you two have.
Herrick will slowly, just slightly lean over and say very quietly to Lockstead that, sir, just to remind you, the Andorians are a founding member of the United Federation of Planets.
So they are. So they are. Very well. To understand the situation a little better, I would like to get both sides. If you would like to start, Sothan, as to how this started and how we find ourselves here today.
All right. About 3 weeks ago, the Andorian Imperial Surveyors Consortium happened upon this incursion into our territory from the Antarans. She points a finger accusingly at Sharog. The Antarans decided it was appropriate to not only trespass into our territory, but to begin mining valuable resources from the surface of this moon, of this rock. To date, they have mined, I don't have exact numbers, incredible sums of valuable resources, deuterium, from this rock. Our resources. We demand payment in full and complete evacuation of all Antarans, lest we evacuate them for you. And she's just staring at Charog.
Very well. I'd like to understand your side of this, Charok, and why did you come to this moon to start mining? How did you find yourself here?
We live in this system. We've known about this moon for hundreds of years. It's our moon. Our survey teams laid us a claim through the bureaucracy, the right channels. We have a claim to this moon, and we knew that there was resources on it. We decided to mine there, and so we did. And a little while later, the Andorians show up with their guns and fleets and battle cruisers and start threatening to kill us. He's very clearly distressed.
Okay, well, obviously we're not looking for a violent resolution to this issue. So, how might we come to a peace where we don't evacuate, we don't kill, but both sides can be made happy? You said that Sotha, you said that some of valuable resources have been mined from this moon, and you've laid claim to it. What legitimacy do you have to claim on this moon?
It is hundreds of years worth of Andorian doctrine that we own the rights to this moon. We've had it for hundreds of years. It's been public record that this is our territory. This is absurd. Of course, it's our territory.
And
Check
Charok.
Starfleet records.
Very well. And Charok,
To
where
that
does your
point-
claim come from?
While Lockstead is talking, Herrick's going to have a pad, and he's going to be just dialing this up if he can to cross-reference everything.
Sure. Charlotte begins to talk, but then receives a communication on a device. In his pocket, he pulls out the device and says Tulum, and starts kind of speaking in very hushed tones, and then his face kind of goes white, and he looks over at you, Captain Lockstead, and just says, Captain, I think I need a moment.
Is everything all right?
No. I'll be outside. And he just gets up and walks out the door.
Interesting.
Well, I guess that means we get the moon.
Not so fast. Let's break for a quick recess, and then we will reconvene after Jarok has returned.
We will be orbitally bombarding this planet, this moon.
Let's have this discussion first. Take 15 minutes for recess and give Jarok some time to come back. In the meantime, you can help yourself, the replicator. We will reconvene in 15 minutes.
Very well. The Andorian gets up out of the chair and kind of like glances over at this open access panel that still has like a little bit of smoke coming out of it. Yeah, what do you do, Captain? Crew?
During the recess, I'll call everyone up to the bridge. We can have a discussion. And I will also check in on Gregory's status, seeing how he's doing. If we can't get any medical staff to head on over to help him.
Herrick will exchange a glance with Lockstead and remain with the Andorian.
Sure. Yeah. So Herrick is gonna hang out with Sotha in the briefing room.
Yes.
All right. So, Captain, as you walk out of the briefing room, you see Charok, who is just putting the communication device back in his robes, and is looking just with like a 30-yard stare. Still seemingly very traumatized.
Is everything all right, Jarok? What was that call?
It was my brother, Tulum. He just informed me that there's been some kind of accident, and there's been about 20 miners who are stuck in the mines in the western shafts. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
That's terrible. I'm very sorry to hear that.
If they can't get out, the Andorians are gonna bomb the planet.
Is there anything that we can do to help?
Actually, Captain, I can scan to see if I can get a transporter lock.
Very well. Let's proceed with that. We'll get them out. Don't worry.
Fine.
Thank you, Captain. Thank you. So you're gonna go get scans of the planet?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to whatever panel is closest that I can do that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, patch into the scanning modules. Sure. So that'll be a roll. It'll be a insight and engineering roll. Actually, no, it'll be a science roll. Sorry, an insight and science roll. A complication of 1, task roll of 2.
All right.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
You can use momentum if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm absolutely gonna use momentum for that.
That'll be reduce the momentum down to 2. Threat remaining at 3.
I'm assuming it's because of the panel. Yeah, it's not my station.
yeah, totally.
It's Gregory burned himself. There's some. Yeah, it's clearly.
Yeah. So, what you see on your scanner is that the moon, Iona B3-2, is it's a small rocky moon. It has very little gravity, about a quarter of the gravity that Earth does. You also notice that there is an Andorian terraforming unit, a large structure on the opposite side of the of this moon, giving it a light atmosphere. It seems sort of new. The atmosphere isn't totally breathable, but it's enough to allow you to most humanoids to breathe for a short time at least. You notice that the chemical makeup of this moon is mostly it contains large amounts of deuterium, which is a volatile but very valuable resource. You can detect large mechanical structures related to mining. You assume that these are belonging to the Antarans. And that's about it. Your scanners aren't picking up anything below the surface.
No life signs at all? Like, not even the surface ones? Like, am I not even getting...
You can
like,
pick up several Antaran life signs on the surface that all seem to
Okay.
be leaving a localized area where you assume most of
Okay.
the mining is happening, but your scan cannot penetrate the surface of Iona B3-2.
Okay.
You assume this is because the heavy makeup of deuterium is too energy rich, energy laden, to allow your scans to have any kind of accuracy below the surface.
Right. Captain, because of the large quantities of deuterium, I'm not getting any accurate readings other than surface readings. So wherever these miners are trapped, I will not be able to get a lock on them.
That's not good. Well, there's that. It's imperative that we reach a peaceful resolution to this discussion so we can help rescue these miners.
Captain, they don't have much time. The emergency air they brought down there's only going to last for like another, I don't know, hour or so. You got to save them first. Please.
Do you have any teams or any dispatch? Are there any resources available that you have currently that could be deployed to rescue those miners, or?
No.
All right. Belmont, are there any other options?
We can try and go down there. I'm not sure what materials we're going to have to cut through, but if it's rock, we might be able to just get through it with phasers. Also, depending on the size, Ram could help out with his strength. So I mean, other than digging ourselves, I'm not sure what we can do.
Well, there's tools on the surface. It's a mining facility.
You do have some that are prepared for. It's not just extraction; it's for actual. Oh, that's fantastic.
Absolutely, yes. If you need to dig, that's what we're there for.
Well, that's as good as we're gonna get, Captain.
Well, Belmont, I need to stay here for negotiations, of course, but if you and Ram want to go down and help rescue these miners, I feel like that would be in our best interest.
Absolutely. I will contact Lieutenant Ram, and we will prepare to beam down to the surface immediately. Actually, are we? Oh, yeah, we are able.
Yeah. You can absolutely beam down to the
we
surface.
just got Charak, yeah. So yeah, we'll beam down immediately.
Excellent. I'll be back in the briefing room. Wanted to discuss something with Herrick. Wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, Captain.
Captain walks back into the briefing room. Sotha and Herrick are just sort of standing near each other, looking at each other up and down. Kind of Sotha's gesturing over to the open access panel, and Herrick is just kind of knowing. Yeah.
Her antenna goobies are touching his face.
for an Andorian to like a Vulcan, it is huge.
Yeah.
I mean, you're putting out the vibe or something, because it's
Chad Vulcan.
Chad Vulcan.
That's
great.
Is everything all right, Captain?
Yes. Just had something to take care of. Could I steal Herrick away just for a quick moment?
Yeah, sure. What's the problem with Ridges in there?
Nothing to be worried about. We'll be resuming our negotiations shortly. Herrick and I will find a private place to discuss. Herrick, I've been meaning to ask you a question about the situation. How much do you know about the legitimacy of their claim? It seems that both have claims to that moon and mining there, but are any of them really valid?
Before I answer that, is at this point in time, are the Antarans a member of Starfleet yet? Or the Federation?
Yeah.
Okay. Be that as it may, Captain. And has Herrick gotten any information on who claimed what first? According to the Federation computer?
No,
record?
not yet. It's a vast database
Compiling.
and it's compiling.
All right. No, Captain. I have not as of yet received the information on who staked claim to the moon first. But as both the Antarans and Andorians are members of the United Federation of Planets, of which Starfleet belongs, all resources and information, as you know, are shared between allied planets. This is a highly irregular and highly aggressive move by the Andorians.
I wasn't aware that the Ontarians were a part of the United Federation of Planets. I really need to start brushing up.
Herrick's jaw visibly tightens for a moment, and he just... Of course, Captain.
Listen, Herrick, it's been a while.
The Andorian woman, Sotha, begins walking over. Captain Lockstead, I've just received word that there's been some sort of mining accident.
Yes, that's being taken care of.
I'm being told there's some sort of bioweapon.
I'm sorry, bioweapon?
Yes, it according to my sources, it wasn't, it had nothing to do with rocks or any kind of collapse. The people who are trapped down there, according to my sources, are victims of some sort of attack.
And so what you're telling me is that you believe this isn't an accident, it was an attack.
No, what I'm telling you is that I'm beginning to believe that the reason the Antarans are down here is to develop some kind of a bioweapon, and it got out.
Those are some very serious accusations that you're throwing out. And
These
what evidence
Antarans
do you have?
hate the Denobulans. I'm sure they're developing some kind of weapon. Let us obliterate it from orbit. We have a fleet here.
That is not going to happen. You don't have any evidence whatsoever that they are developing a bioweapon, and
They have scores
quite
of miners who are trapped in some hole somewhere suffering from a bioweapon. Probably.
we do not know all of the facts, but we will soon, because I have dispatched a team to take care of it and rescue the miners. We'll figure out everything that's happened. Do not jump to conclusions.
I'm returning to my ship. I have to oversee orbital bombardment. So, Andor will not allow this bioweapon to escape this planet's surface. Whatever operations you're planning, make sure they're done within an hour.
I'm afraid that I'm going to have to ask you to stay. We are not done with negotiations.
She puts her hands on her hips, and one of her hands is very, very near a pistol. Am I being detained, Captain?
You are not being detained. We are still discussing matters. We are in recess. Allow our discussions to conclude and then do as you will. However, I am here to moderate and reach a peaceful resolution. And I am representing Starfleet. So, we have not reached a verdict. Please sit.
You have 1 hour to determine the cause of this. And if it is a bioweapon, we will be obliterating it.
You do not have that position of power.
We have a fleet. Good day, Captain.
You have a fleet.
She just walks out the door.
It's going to be a very interesting day. Eric,
Captain.
what do you suggest?
I would suggest you make a hasty communication to Admiral Black and inform her of the escalating tensions.
Well, I can do that, but we're here now. And
Detecting elevated cortisol levels.
no, please.
As I recall, you authorized this protocol, Captain.
I realize that is a massive mistake on my part. Okay. I'm sending Lieutenant Ram and Lieutenant Belmont to rescue the miners. Should also see what caused that explosion. This accusation of a biological weapon is so far-fetched, they're just coming up with any excuse to justify bombardment, and they have absolutely no right to do so.
Captain, when Andorians believe they are in a position of power or leverage over a adversary, they will not hesitate to push the advantage.
Well, being that they are both members of the United Federation of Planets, shouldn't they know better?
Their membership in the Federation, by far, is less incremental than their entire culture as a people. That would be saying, why do you Vulcans continue to practice such discipline? It is how they are.
would
And you
just
must
seem-
learn to deal with how they are, sir.
It would just not seem advantageous for them to betray such a large federation for just a moon.
Did you
Think
perhaps
over
think
this.
it prudent to tell her that, sir? They value honor.
Well, she did storm out. I didn't get a chance. I was going to have that discussion, but
Herrick just sort of motions to the door.
Oh, she's
All right.
gone. Yeah, she's long gone.
was she off the ship?
Yeah, she's transported out. She's gone. She's back on her ship.
How'd she know how to get back to the transporter room?
She guessed. Yeah, she guessed.
Oh my god. She's smart.
I would like to think that she followed the exact path you led her on, which
Yeah.
was definitely out of the way.
Did she turn around and notice the conference door that she just came out of
She went-
when...
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Anyways, we have an hour's time to convince her to not bombard the mining facility. We have trapped miners who are currently on the mining facility. We should probably help them figure out if it was an accident or not that got those miners trapped. And then we'll proceed from there.
Very well,
Talking-
Captain.
Yes, because talking as of right now is not going to be useful until we figure out exactly what's going on in that mining facility.
You
Let's
have
prepare.
You have about 1 hour before the Andorians begin their orbital bombardment. Yeah, and about 1 hour before the miners in the facility lose air. Charok is still outside. If you want to talk to him before you decide on anything.
I'll go out and meet with Charok.
Okay. Captain.
All right. We're going to rescue the miners. I'm going to try to come back as soon as possible.
Thank
and
you.
Try to figure out exactly what happened down there.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Feel free to stay in the ready room. We'll be right back as soon as possible. And we'll get back to negotiations, hopefully.
Thank you, Captain.
You're welcome. We'll do our best. I'll head with the full team and get ready to make our way down to the mining facility.
Okay. So everybody's beaming down?
Yep.
Okay. Is there anything you want to bring?
Yeah, I was going to say, are we armed? I mean, I imagine tricorders and whatnot, but...
Yeah, I mean, what would you guys like to bring?
Would at least like Class 2 phasers, just in case.
Class 2 phasers? The rifles?
That's class 3.
Oh, sorry,
three.
Class 2. Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
so
Yeah, everybody's got Class 2 phasers and a
That's
tricorder.
standard
Yeah,
away
yeah.
team stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Okay, so yeah,
And Belmont, you probably have like an extra engineering bag with you.
yeah, I have a little engineering multi-tool of sorts.
Sure.
A sonic screwdriver. Which is a thing, but there is an actual
There
sonic
actually is.
screwdriver.
There actually is. Herrick, do you want to bring any extra armaments, maybe?
No.
Okay. Lieutenant Ram, you want to bring anything special?
Probably not, no.
Your body's kind of special,
probably-
so.
Yeah, probably make sure someone is keeping an eye on Gregory, though, while I'm gone.
Oh, nobody can keep an eye on Gregory. The medical bay has been locked down.
Oh my God! What is
Nobody
Fair
gets
enough.
in or out of the medical bay right now. It
the
is,
birth of the Borg, right?
for the all
where it
intents and
happens.
purposes, medical bay is quarantined until further notice.
We've got Borg at home.
We do. This is New Borg.
Borg.
Oh, boy.
Captain, are you going to bring anything special?
I don't think I would bring.
So nobody's
anything
bringing
special
medical kits
particular.
for the miners if they find them down there?
I
Honestly,
probably
wasn't
should do
in-
that.
That's not.
I
I've got
won't
my
need it, it's
engineering stuff.
fine.
All
It's
right.
on the other guys.
Yeah, sure. well, the captain's the highest trained medical officer. You probably bring like a little med kit with you.
Little box of Band-Aids.
Yeah, a little box of
But-
Band-Aids.
I was gonna say it's one of those like those door-to-door physicians from the old the old
Yeah,
bags, the old black bags
House
with the-
call.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a house call bag.
Sure. Okay. So, you're all ready to beam down to the planet's surface, and
Oh.
you head into the transporter room. You all step up onto the transporter pad, take a long look at Ensign Salixon. Chief Petty Officer Salixon. And Salixon gives you a nod, and Captain?
Proceed.
And that's a great place to take a break. We'll be back very shortly with more Star Trek Adventures Lovelace just after this break. Thank you. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Star Trek Adventures Lovelace. My name is Nicotine. I'm joined by a fantastic cast. The crew of the U.S.S. Lovelace has just transported down to the surface of a moon in the Triaxis system called Iona B3-2. They are here to rescue several miners who have become trapped under the surface of this mining facility, and they have beamed into the office of the head of the People's Antaran Mining Coalition's brother, Tulum. You beam into this office, and the room around you is kind of dark. It's got a lot of smoke in it. Not like dangerous smoke, more like almost like tobacco smoke. But not tobacco. And there's desk lamps that are kind of askew. There's some crates, shipment crates. It's carpeted, but like real thin pile carpet, you know? Like real almost like a trailer home, like on construction sites. There's like trailer homes. It's sort of a temporary base of operations that you've beamed into. You notice there appears to be a game similar to darts, with small daggers, with a picture of a denobulin, instead of a circle. And the last player has had very, very, very good aim. You see Tulum, who you assume to be Tulum, a man who looks very similar to Charok, kind of holding his hands in front of him, and greets you as you transport in. Hello, Lovelace.
Interesting decorations.
Oh, it's temporary. We're just getting set up. So,
I see.
I hear you're here to help?
Yes, we're here to assist in any way we can to rescue the miners who are trapped.
Sure. Through this facility here, we've managed to, kind of gestures to a door behind him, to create an airlock around our mining operation here. So you'll be able to breathe and everything just fine down in the shafts. We have noticed that communications seem to be pretty spotty down in the caves. We think it's because of the deuterium. I can show you a map. He pulls out a little data pad, that shows kind of the outline of the mines. There's basically just two. It's sort of like a W shape. There's a tunnel that goes west and a tunnel that goes to the east. And on the tunnel that goes west, you notice at the very end of it, there's a blinking red square. And he just sort of shows that to you and says, okay, so there's a western mining shaft, and we have about 20 people. Exactly, 20 people who are stuck down there. And we lost communication with them. They didn't make their check-in, and we're worried that something's happened. We've evacuated the rest of the mines, so there's nobody else down there. But we're worried for him. Our seismic scanners showed no cave-ins.
I see. Very well. We'll proceed down the western path and see if we can't rescue them and dig them out.
Thank you.
Of course. All right. Let's proceed.
Herrick will actually hang back a moment and turn to the Antarian And in regards to the disagreement with the Andorian fleet,
Are we gonna
it would
die?
be most helpful if you could provide me with any evidence of claimancy over this planet,
I
or
don't-
this planetoid.
Have any kind of paperwork here? You'd have to talk to my brother. All the information that they have is probably on the station in orbit.
And you have no way of accessing it from your office.
I can try to patch in. I think. It's not really my specialty.
You do not keep a direct line of communication with your support station?
Look, I can keep a line of communication to the station, but last I heard they were all being held at gunpoint by the Andorians.
Captain,
Yes.
I would like to attempt to establish a line of communication to the station while the rest of you go on ahead.
Perfectly fine.
Have you sent communication to Admiral Black, sir?
No, I have not done that yet, but I will after this rescue, if need be.
Very well, sir.
Well, let's not delay. We only have an hour's time before they decide to begin bombardment. All right. Best of luck.
Okay.
We'll proceed forward into the western corridor.
Okay. So, you're, all four of you? Sorry? Herrick, are you staying back?
Yeah, Herrick is going to attempt to well, I suppose Herrick would tell the foreman or whomever
Mm-hmm.
to attempt to establish communication with the space station's computer
Sure.
and retrieve what information he could.
Yeah, that works. All right. So, all four of you then head into the gateway down into the mines. You begin to leave the relative light and atmosphere of the office, and set foot on a dusty, kind of rocky surface. It's white, but it doesn't appear white in this light. It's beginning to get darker and darker. The lights ahead of you are flickering and inconsistent, but you do notice that the mine shafts are of adequate size to move around, but not very much. You begin the trek down. It's difficult, slippery, and none of your communications equipment is working. If you attempt to use your communicators, all you get is static. The mine continues to get deeper, and you get this sense of speaking but not hearing any echoes, like the air around you is absorbing all of the sound. It is very disconcerting and disorienting, and you happen upon a large corridor, I guess, like a almost like a cavern. It begins to get bigger. The range of your lights can't quite get to the ceiling. You notice a drawing on the wall depicting a map of the mines, and you discover a shortcut drawn on this map.
How much do you want to bet? That shortcut will lead us to them.
I don't know. That seems incredibly convenient. Is this drawing like a crew drawing, or is this like an official?
I mean, it's not an official drawing, but you can kind of guess that the miners who work down here, not having access to electronics, probably draw their own maps to keep track of where they are down here.
There's a little Kilroy was here on it.
We can, if you like, Captain, we can go down this way, see where it leads. Do we know if that's the direction of the cave-in itself, or what, or wherever the trapped miners are?
Mm-hmm.
We know that's the way to go.
Yeah, it's on the western shaft.
Okay. So your choice, Captain.
Might as well take the shortcut. We don't have a lot of time.
Right.
Okay.
We'll proceed through the shortcut.
Sure. So the shortcut leads you to a small, sort of caved in, not caved in, but a small opening, and enough to sort of crouch through. It is very, very dark. You cannot see through it, and your lights don't seem to be able to hit the end of this small corridor, the small opening. But you do recognize it as the shortcut.
Captain, can I suggest Lieutenant Ram go first?
Yeah, that's probably a better idea. Ram, could you lead the way?
Sure thing, Captain.
Excellent. We should also be scanning just in case to see if there's any evidence of a biological weapon.
Hi, Captain.
I know it's silly, but
No, it's best to be safe. I'll pull out my tricorder and start scanning for any biological anything outside of.
Yeah, your tricorder does detect a life sign, sort of further into this corridor.
Oh, I am getting something, Captain.
what's that?
It's some type of life sign, but the tricorder isn't giving me anything specific.
How far away?
It's a great question. Can I
Do
tell
we
how
have
far?
anything or no? Just
Yeah, I don't know. Is it a singular life form in one location
Yeah.
that I can actually see
Yeah,
the
yeah.
range?
Mm-hmm, yeah. It seems
Single life forms
seems
in your area.
fairly consistent with the scans of the Antaran surface life forms you saw on the ship.
Oh, okay. So they're most likely an Antarans.
Well, you detect one life sign, yeah, and
Just one.
it
Okay.
appears to be Antaran.
Oh,
We'll have to share.
yeah. I can see here, Captain. It is actually an Antaran life sign.
okay. I think we're on the right path then. Let's proceed forward.
Right.
All right. So Lieutenant Ram, who, as the ship's artificial crewman, is equipped with the ability to see in the dark, with a multitude of sensors, is able to navigate their way through this tiny little crevice, and finds themselves standing back up, straight up, in a sort of a very similar looking corridor to the last, except this one, you begin to hear kind of a sniffling kind of a noise. What do you do, Lieutenant Ram?
I would start trying to go towards the noise.
Sure. Do you alert anybody else?
Not at the moment, no.
Okay. So you walk a little bit further into the black towards this this voice. And you
Hello? Is anyone there?
hello. You see a small figure, dehydrated and thin, wearing rags essentially, and cut and bleeding, as if they were scraped across rocks. You recognize this to be an Antaran, although this one is emaciated.
Hello there. Everything's going
Don't
to
hurt me.
be all
Don't
right.
hurt the light.
No,
The light. The light.
Captain, could we get them medkit over here?
Of course. I see. I'd like to examine the Antaran and see
Sure.
what I can deduce.
The light. The light.
We can probably turn our lights to the lowest setting, Captain, if it's bothering.
There we go.
bothering them.
They visibly
Is that better?
they visibly react a little bit less shrunken.
What happened?
Everyone's dead. They went towards the lights. It was the denobulance. It has to be. It was the denobulance. They knew we'd be here.
It's okay.
They buried some kind of weapon. They're all dead.
Did you say they went toward the light?
There's some kind of light. They're all dead.
Okay.
Just easy now. Is there anything I have, like anything to?
You have a
Calm.
sedative. You have a You have a
Calm it
hypospray sedative. Yeah.
A meditive.
Medical hypospray.
I'll go ahead and administer.
Yeah.
Administer that.
Sure. Yeah. Let's see here.
Will they still be lucid?
Well, it remains to be seen.
Fair enough.
Not anymore.
The
They're
Antaran
dehydrated. So.
sort of just kind of exhales and leans back,
Oh, man.
eyes open, just kind of laying, still kind of crunched, but not sobbing anymore. Just kind of staring up at the ceiling.
How do you feel
Captain.
now? Do you feel better?
Don't go in. Don't go in.
This light that you saw. Can you tell me about the light? Was there anything else to it?
It got everyone. It got them all. I don't know what it was. It's denobulin, probably.
Turn to Belmont. What do you think happened here? This doesn't sound like an accident.
I'm not really sure. I'm a little concerned about the state of her being emaciated and dehydrated and in these type of clothing. If this cave-in happened, an hour ago or something like that? This is... Whatever's happened to her has been happening for a while. I don't think it's associated with this light, but I don't know. There could be another life form of some sort. I mean, I can try and scan again for something else. Actually, do you know the direction? I know it's hard. It's dark in here, but relatively the direction that you were, or where the other people were. Do you wink at all?
She just rolls her head over and kind of gestures further down into the corridor, down the corridor.
Captain,
Yes.
this has gone clearly beyond the parameters we were expecting. I suggest we attempt to stabilize the Antaran, and then we must return to the Lovelace to make Starfleet aware of the situation here, and
I agree.
in equal measure, inform the Andorians. But the sooner we are able to leverage the fact that Starfleet has been provided, and by way of Starfleet, the Federation, that there is something out of place here. Perhaps the Andorians will not be so quick. Andorians will not be so quick to attempt to destroy this place, which I find highly irregular in the first place, because of how rich in resources this moon is, sir.
I absolutely agree with Commander Herrick. For them to bombard the surface of this moon, considering how many resources there are, I mean, that would be detrimental for them. I mean, just from a logistic point of view. But Captain, if I could, I would like to. I don't want to go down that passageway, but if I could scan it, just get close and scan it.
That's probably a good idea, just to figure out what we're dealing with here, because I will be having a conversation with Charrock, and seeing exactly what's going on here. And then...
Time is of the essence, Captain.
I understand that. We need to understand fully what's going on here. Go ahead and proceed with your scan, and then let's get out of here.
I'll walk towards the passageway and whatnot.
Okay.
And pull out the tricorder and scan.
Sure. It'll be a roll. It'll be a insight and science roll with a complication of 2 because of the deuterium-lined walls.
Okay.
Oh, full success. All right, your tricorder scans are picking up something. You recognize that it is detecting some kind of signal that is not deuterium, it is not the substrate, and is not Antaran or mechanical in any way. It is, for all intents and purposes, an anomaly. And you only detect this anomaly in trace amounts, but you only detect this anomaly on that direction of the corridor.
Right. So, Captain, I am getting something, but it's some anomalous readings. I don't know what it is, but it's a signal, and it's small, and it's down this way. So that's all I'm able to pick up with my tricorder.
That'll be good enough. Let's return back. Be having a conversation with Charrock to find out exactly what's going on here.
Right.
Sure. So the party decides to escort the sedated Antaran back up to the surface?
Yep, we'll have Ram just do that thing where it grabs by the hip and just like pretend you're walking along.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. You are just turning around back to head back when there is a rather large, not explosion per se, but a definite crumbling around you, and you notice that this wall that was about to lead you back is now nothing but solid rocks, as the threat meter is reduced down to 2. There is, for all intents and purposes, no escape.
Is everyone all right?
Fine.
I'm fine, Captain.
I believe so.
This isn't good.
We only have one direction we can go in, Captain.
Right. So is this place completely blocked off, or is there another way out?
According to the map, there is only that one, the shortcut and the main shaft, which are both blocked for you now.
So no escape.
No escape.
All right. Let's stop and think here. Do we have anything that might help us dig out of this tunnel?
I doubt it. I don't think our phasers will be able to get through the wall, though I can scan to check. I'm a little concerned about deuterium itself and how reactive it can be.
Very good. I'm glad you caught that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna blow us up quite yet. I'm not seeing. I mean, the other direction. We could start going down that way, and I can do sweeping scans as we go, both for this signal and for any possible exits. See what I don't see another option. We can have our phasers ready just in case something comes at us.
That sounds like the best course of action. We'll proceed
Laser
with that
fire
idea.
would be ill-advised.
I totally
yeah,
agree.
let's
I don't
not
wanna
blow
use
us
it.
up.
I just in case.
Okay.
Just in
Even
case
if-
we would
the
like to
sun.
blow ourselves up, Commander.
No, as a threatening gesture. You know this. Just as if there is something that is potentially has killed somebody and they see us with weapons, they may think twice to attack. Of course, I guess at the same time, they may attack just as quick. So if you think we should put them away, that's fine.
We should put them away. Just for now. This is not the place.
Very good.
Okay. So what do you do with the female? The intern girl?
We'll be escorting her along the
Sure.
path with
Piggyback
us.
ride.
Sure.
Got a piggyback ride.
Okay, so the party moves away from the cave-in, further down into the western mine shaft. The western mine shaft grows thinner and smaller, more claustrophobic as you continue walking. It's very dark, and you are noticing those hand-drawn maps along the walls are getting fewer and farther between. Eventually you come to an opening, a large opening. An opening that is essentially a large cliff, the bottom of which you cannot see, your lights do not penetrate. But across this cliff is a platform. It is thin. There are some holes, and it is quite narrow. It is not a problem for Antaran biology. This is kind of natural, close to their home world. Normal for them. But it could present issues getting across.
Is the Antar is she still coherent or is
No,
she
she's
not?
sleeping, basically.
Crap. I know you could probably make that ram.
How heavy is Ram?
I was gonna say, isn't he like the heaviest?
Heavy enough to sink.
It's very dense.
Heavy enough to sink. Probably a little, probably maybe twice as heavy as any one of you. Maybe not
I
quite
think
twice as heavy.
Herrick might be the best one to try to get across because he can carry himself.
Sure. So you want to go ahead and try it?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, that'll be a roll. It'll be a fitness and I'll say a fitness and security roll. Complication of 2 because it's dark.
All right, and I will. Let's see. Use my composure focus for this one.
Okay, focus used. Okay, Herrick, you deftly, kind of gracefully get yourself across. That Vulcan discipline is showing in full effect, and you manage to get across. No problem. Who's next?
That's a good question.
You should go first. I'm the oldest and least likely to make it across.
Hi, Captain. I'll go ahead. And,
Just being honest here. If I'm doing it, then I might need your assistance. It'd be better for you to be on the other side.
Right.
When did he turn into an aged man?
I think.
I'm not the spryest. Okay.
Things are different since the cave-in.
I think that I think I would probably be probably a little shaky to walk across this chasm. Like,
Yeah, sure.
Just visibly, just go.
As anyone would. Let's except for Commander Herrick. I'm gonna need a roll from you. It'll be fitness and we'll stick with security too. Fitness and security. Complication of 2. Task roll 2.
All right. I don't think I have anything.
And I'm pretty fit.
Ooh, that is actually a critical failure with 1 success. So,
Foot went through a plank.
Oh, this is that part of a show, isn't it, or the movie where
there's a gust of wind through this this cavern. You are in the most vulnerable part, middle of the way through, when you lose your footing and fall. There's after a second or two, through the darkness, there is a crack sound. And what do you do, Captain? As the threat is reduced down to 1.
And that black goo monster that killed Tasha Yar shows up.
Oh man, I think immediately I'll call down to see if I get a response.
You do.
Belmont!
You can hear the Captain, Belmont.
am I able to respond?
You are able to respond, but you are very injured. In fact, I'm going to need you to take some damage here. Under stress, your stress is going to be... I'm not sure how many stress points you have. Let me see. Under your character sheet, you have... Oh, I see. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 11 stress points. I'm going to need you to fill it up to 10.
Oh boy.
Both of your legs are injured. You've sprained your left ankle, and your right leg, where you came down on, is received an incredible compound fracture. Your bone is sticking through the shin.
No.
You are bleeding and unable to walk.
Captain!
Belmont! Are you alright?
No!
Throw the med kit down and hit him in the head.
There's definitely a bone sticking out of my leg.
That's not good! Do you see any way to get out from there?
I guess in the state of I'm in, I'm definitely gonna turn my brightness up and scan.
Yeah, sure. You're looking around, hard for you to see anything. Herrick, for your part, you do notice a rope, a single rope, that is on that side of the on the completed side of the crevasse, and it leads down into the black.
It's only a crevasse if it's from the crevasse region of France. Otherwise, it's just a sparkling land hole.
It's terrible.
Okay, how what kind of length are we talking about? Like, because Herrick would tie it off if possible, and then sort of make a loop to lower down to Belmont.
Sure. Yeah, that's reasonable. Yeah, we could do that.
Lieutenant Commander,
Yeah.
I'm lowering a rope down to you. Place your arms through the hole and secure it under your armpits. I'm going to attempt to pull you up.
Okay, so I am over. I'm close enough to the rope that I can do this. I can.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can
Fine,
see.
hold on.
You can see Belmont's light, Commander Herrick. It's pretty far down, but through the sediment, through the dust, you can see it.
So I'd put it on.
Okay.
I'd just sort of pull on the rope, like, go ahead.
All right.
Herrick will take a moment to give a visual inspection of his tie-offs and everything, and then
Sure.
give a test pull on the rope to see if it's just going to blatantly snap, and if everything seems secure, since it won't pull him off, he'll begin to try to pull Belmont up.
Yeah, it seems secure, but I will need you to make a roll. It'll be a daring and security roll with a
Okay.
complication of 2 and a task roll of 2. Wow, full success. Perfect. The
So-
rope holds. You pull up Belmont.
I mean, my leg is not secure, and there's a bone sticking through it.
This confuses Lieutenant Ram, who does not experience this feeling ever at all.
Should I go down there and help him? Like, I could go down and hold him as you rope up. That might be a bit more secure on his leg.
At this point, I'm probably a little ways up. I mean, Herrick is a Vulcan, so he's got some strength. I'm probably going up in lurches.
Yeah, he's pretty much up at the platform already.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, he's up there. So 2 of you are across. One of you in better shape than the other.
I'm definitely vomiting.
Yeah.
Oh.
Who's next?
Great work, Herrick. Could you throw the rope over here? Is it possible?
Are all of you planning to fall into the cavern?
No, we're using the rope to get across, so we don't have to jump.
Did the bridge break?
No, it's still intact.
Okay.
Yeah, you could. I mean, did it? No, so the wind knocked me over. Like,
Yeah,
it didn't
yeah,
crumble or
you
anything.
fell over the rickety
Oh.
bridge.
Oh.
Yeah. The wind has subsided for now.
Thank God the alligator
like to-
lagoon dried up.
Just thinking of using the rope just in case the bridge.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a good idea.
Herrick,
Yeah.
once Belmont's secured, Herrick will throw the rope over to Lockstead.
Sure. Tie
Is
the
it
rope
possible to do a Tarzan kind of thing and just like
Mm.
swing across?
Not if
Yeah,
you
and
want,
slam into the
it's just
side
if
of
you
the
want to
cliff.
slam
Sure.
into the
Slam
side
into
of the
the-
cliff, yeah.
Oh.
I mean, it would be very.
think I'll just stick with
cartoony.
the other one.
You can do it for some stress points. If you took some stress
Yeah,
points, you could do it.
I think, you
you
know
can
what, I
also
would.
drive the ship with your feet. It doesn't mean you should.
It's like a Wile E. Coyote thing.
Herrick
think
just
I'll-
watching the humans just commit suicide in front of him.
Not suicide. We're brave. We're just very brave.
I've always wanted to do this.
Do you do it,
I'll swing
Luxton?
across.
Okay, sure. Well, that's. It'll
my
be a
God.
success. It'll be an automatic
I'll swing
success.
across. I'll swing across with the rope.
Yeah, sure. You're gonna take how much? Hang on, I gotta look at your character sheet really quickly. I'm looking at Belmont's right now.
How much stress do I have left?
Let me see. Oh my god. Okay, so. Oh wow. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna need you to put your stress up to 6. I'll do it for you. There you go. Stress is up to 6. You have 4 more
good.
stress points before you're out. All right, so you tie the rope around yourself and check with Herrick, and then you kick off, and you're
Herrick is just staring.
And you smash right into the side of the. Watch out
This
for
is
that
cementing.
crevasse.
This is cementing Herrick's suspicion that he is actively being punished for some reason by being assigned to this crew.
The only one left is Lieutenant Ram and also the unconscious Antaran.
Does Ram have the kind of like servo mechanisms Data would have, where he could just literally fall down the cliff and then climb up it easily?
I think if I could leap.
Yeah, I don't think you would get critically injured if you jumped down, Lieutenant Ram, but it would be very difficult to get up. I don't think you can just smash your servos into the sides of the cavern walls and crawl up without invoking some kind of,
I mean, because everybody's fallen into the pit. Why not Ram?
Go gadget legs.
Yeah, I don't have rocket boots, do I?
No, it is a
The pit
distance.
is a passage.
It is a distance you think you could jump.
Go gadget rehabilitation.
Maybe with a little
So
bit
it
of like a running start.
So I do need to get over there with the Antaran as well, right? We're not just leaving the
Oh,
Antaran
you could
there.
leave
Bring
the
her.
you could leave the Antaran there.
You don't need to take it with you.
Do we?
Oh, the puppy.
Oh. Captain, what should I do with the Antaran? Ram would yell over.
Well, you should proceed with whatever method does not get our Antaran friend harmed. How about that?
Red Rover. Sending it
Right.
right now.
I am concerned about the drop because.
Yeah, you are fairly certain that if that Antaran fell into the crevice, she would not be likely to survive.
Can you toss her?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I'm
Lieutenant
not
Ram,
sure if that's safe.
secure
yes?
the Antaran on your side of the cavern and come over. Make sure she will
Right.
not accidentally roll into the crevice.
Right. Okay.
Herrick says this with a sense of, why am I having to say this?
Ram would find them a good place to rest.
Okay.
Somewhere a little bit further away from the edge.
Sure. And how do you want to get across?
Run, jump.
Run and jump. Okay, so you get ready in a ready stance. You get a little running start, and you kick off the side of the cavern. And go ahead and give me a roll. That'll be a fitness and a security roll.
Does everyone have a concussion but me?
I'm pretty sure I've
Complication
got
of
something.
2,
Sure.
and yeah, test roll of 2. Go ahead. Partial success. So you kick off, and your body kind of sails through the air in a way that is very unfamiliar to you, Lieutenant Ram. Your balance gyros are like not comprehending what's really happening, and you lose your balance just a little bit, and only make it about chest high to the side of the cavern, and you're slipping.
Herrick will move over and immediately start to help Ram.
Okay, that'll be a daring and security roll, with a complication of 2, task roll of 2. Full success. Wonderful. You grab Ram, and although Ram is very heavy, you manage to pull Ram up over the side. Ram, you get a leg up over the edge of the crevice, and all 4 of you are now on the opposite side. Have
Herrick's
traversed.
gonna need to report to sickbay after this for all that pain he's gonna have from carrying this away team on his back.
Captain, I could use something for my leg. You have it.
Did Lockstead even climb out yet, or is he still smacked into the wall?
I think I've just been
No,
rubbing
Lockstead-
my nose
yeah.
because I smashed it against the
Luxted
wall.
is out. Luxstead's up. Everybody's up on the platform.
I'll go ahead and administer some medical aid to Belmont and help see what I can do with that bone sticking out.
Sure.
There's like a cast I can put over it.
There's not a whole lot you can do. You can you still have some sedative for a hypospray. There's some antibiotics. You can apply antibiotics, but you wouldn't want to seal anything because you don't want it to seal around the protrusion.
Right. I'll disinfect and then apply some sedative.
Okay.
Burn.
Yep. You can definitely do that. You get ready to apply the sedative. There you go.
Hmm.
You're not in very much pain anymore, Belmont, but you are very stringently aware of your leg and its current state.
Strange. You mean like in the guys? Look, it's rubber.
Oh, God.
Unable to walk, you have to rely on your crew to carry you.
Oh. Okay.
All right. Now the question
Um,
comes, how are we going to get her over here?
What? No.
Wait.
Captain, I suggest we move forward. The Antaran does not seem pertinent to this situation.
We just can't leave her there.
Herrick pointedly looks across the chasm that they've all just jumped over, and then looks back to Belmont, and then looks again, and then, Captain, we do not have time.
Ram,
I feel really
Ram,
bad
have
if
you
we
ever-
left her there.
have you ever used a lasso?
For fuck's sake, we're gonna kill this woman.
So one of your
Can't say I have.
Captain, your comm badge makes a little jingling noise to alert you that you have about 20 more minutes before the orbital bombardment will commence.
Look, whatever we're going to do, we need to do it quickly. But if we leave her here, she isn't going to survive. Is there a way for us to use the rope, throw it over to the other side, maybe lasso it onto a fixture, a rock fixture, and then have someone walk across and then bring her back?
If we can lasso a limb, we can just drag her across the bridge thing.
She would definitely
sounds-
not. She would not survive. There's no way.
Jesus.
She would
I'm-
not survive.
I'm on drugs, okay? So you get anybody's under the influence is gonna have some great ideas.
Yeah, Herrick, you're gonna go ahead and take 3 stress points right now. You're gonna go ahead and take
Is there-
3 stress right now.
Are there any stalagmites, like, around the cave? Like, any rocky fixtures?
It's pretty hard for you to tell. I don't think so.
So, like, absolutely nothing on the other side where we could lasso a rope to.
No. Yeah. And for your part, Belmont, your tricorder is still alerting you to the presence of an anomalous reading further in, and it's getting stronger.
Oh,
Herrick's going to, Belmont permitting, relieve Belmont of his tricorder, since Belmont is not at his best, and will start to handle the readings himself.
Okay. Well, you are noticing that there is an anomaly, and it is getting stronger, and it is more prevalent further in.
if we can't go back and get her, we're gonna have to keep going forward, right? So, maybe we can come back in a little bit if we can find a way out, and they don't blow this place up. We can get back to her.
Fine. We'll do that then.
Okay.
The readings are stronger this way, Captain.
Well, looks like we'll be coming face to face with whatever this anomaly is. Let's proceed with caution.
Lieutenant Ram, would you give me a hand?
Sure thing, Belmont. Do you want me to carry you, or
Whatever you think is best.
just
Lieutenant Ram removes a hand,
Yeah, I was gonna say
just hands it to him.
and then
I
we're
appreciate-
destroyed by the bombardment.
I appreciate that, but you're gonna need this. I need you to probably carry me. I don't think I can hop with the bone hanging out.
Right away. Do you wish to be... which way to be carried would be preferable to you? Bridle or over shoulder? Piggyback?
Everything leaves my legs dangling, so I guess it really doesn't matter. You whatever you haven't done, let's do that.
Dealer's choice.
I believe bridle will probably be safest for your legs.
Bridle it is.
Initiate bridal carry protocols.
And as you all make your way further in, you begin to become aware of lights. They begin softly at first, small lights, particles, particulates. They're teal, this light, and they kind of float like dust. The light is getting stronger the further you go into this cave. And you're beginning to notice that along the walls are veins of this light, stretching out in irregular patterns. All along the walls, the floor, the ceiling. It's all becoming lit by these long, like, spindly
This cave's
teal veins. The further in you go, the more you begin to notice that these veins take shape. They're you can see that they are some kind of viscous liquid, almost, and get darker kind of towards the center. At some point, as you walk further in, you see them begin to undulate. You make it to the end of this shaft, where you see the miners. They are attached in agonized positions to the floors, to the walls, frozen, held in stasis. What do you do?
What's the tricorder say?
Sure, go ahead and take a tricorder scan. That'll be a insight and science roll.
Okay. Complication of.
Complication of 2. Okay, full success. The tricorder is taking life signs. And it is noticing that the miners are alive. But their life signs are very low, as if they are in some sort of hibernation. There appear to be microcellular life forms resembling some form of mycelium. Spores all along the floor, walls. You recognize this as some sort of, not necessarily a life form. A life form feels generous. This is some sort of something else. And as a type of mycelium, you recognize that it is breaking down the surrounding area. You notice too that the life sign tendrils, these tendrils appear to converge upon one location, a circular slab of rock, mostly untouched by this life form, if you want to call it that. Additionally, your tricorder tells you that the heartbeats of all of these miners are all beating in unison.
Herrick will relay that back to the captain.
Lieutenant Commander Belmont, you notice for your part that the glowing particulates, the spores, appear to be coalescing around your leg.
Oh.
It's getting cloudy and hard to see your leg. And
Captain?
you're noticing that you can no longer see your leg. It is covered by this glowing substance.
Captain?
Yes? What? Oh!
Yeah.
Whoa!
You
What do I feel right now?
do not feel anything, and your whole leg is completely numb to you.
Oh, gosh. Okay. I can say that it doesn't hurt, but it doesn't feel at all. I mean, this is past whatever sedative you gave me. I don't know what it's doing, Captain.
What is going on here? Herrick, do you think we have the ability to communicate to this life form? We try and attempt that with the tricorder.
Yeah, also, Herrick took my tricorder, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, Commander Herrick, can you also get some readings and see whatever is going on?
Yeah, Herrick will begin to take readings
Sure.
from the mass on Belmont's leg.
Yeah. As you're getting the tricorder tuned to Belmont's leg, you see the mass begin to dissipate, and in its place is a residue, a glowing kind of residue.
Oh
But-
my goo.
But Belmont's leg has no longer got a compound fracture sticking through the skin. In fact, it looks quite healthy.
Did they also remove the effects of the sedative?
On the leg?
Yeah.
No. But your leg appears healthy. You're just numb to it.
Ah, cocoon.
I'm sort of gingerly poking at the area, trying to
Sure.
see what kind of feeling.
Get a little
I
bit of
have.
goo on your hands.
Yeah, I'm probably not.
Spread it around a little bit.
Yeah, that's right.
And it tastes like candy. Not that I've eaten any.
It tastes like candy. Captain, I don't. I'm not quite sure. I mean, clearly my leg appears healed. I don't feel any pain or. Actually, Ram, can you let me down?
Sure. I could do it gently.
Yes, please. And then as he sort of pitches me forward,
He's not
I'm
doing
going.
it gently.
You stumble a bit, but it does hold up. You're good, Belmont.
This, I mean, I definitely want to get some better
Belmont,
scans, Captain. But
you're gonna
this
go
is-
ahead and reduce your stress back down to 1.
Oh, wow. I feel great.
Yeah. The rest of you
Interesting.
are noticing that your injuries that you'd sustained are feeling much better. That you feel a little bit of slick kind of moisture kind of on you, but you do feel better. and Lieutenant Ram, your eyes are kind of drawn to this convergence of all the tendrils. You see them all kind of converge into this one spot on the back of the wall, kind of around where most of the miners are.
Can I inspect it?
Of course. Yeah, absolutely. You want to walk over there? And just go ahead and walk over to this convergence.
Yeah, get as close as I can get.
Yeah, you notice there's like a big open space where all of these tendrils kind of converge. It is glowing. There are markings on it, and you see just a bunch of markings. Do you want to tell the others?
Belmont, could you come over here?
Absolutely.
Belmont goes to move and realizes that his legs are stuck to the floor.
Oh.
Oh!
Oh.
Just over here quickly, Belmont.
I cannot move.
Can Herrick move?
Nope.
Can I move?
Nope.
I'm afraid we're probably going to meet the same fate as these miners if we can't figure out something to do.
For your part, Ram, this is what you see. Are you seeing that on Roll20?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
Oh, it's Sudoku.
Can anyone come over here?
Nobody can move, but they can see it from where they are.
Can we?
No,
can
no,
we see
I'm
it?
saying that in character.
Oh, sorry.
I can't move. I can see it, but I can't move.
Captain?
Yes?
We are fixed to the floor, Lieutenant Ram.
All of us.
Yeah, we can't move.
Right. Okay.
All three of you notice that the convergence of this bioluminescent this light is creeping slowly up towards your up your legs.
Oh,
Well, what I can see over here is some sort of 3x3 grid and some other markings around it.
Okay.
it could be some key to something.
I'm gonna ask out of character. There are 4 markings on the side that look movable.
Those are out of character. You can move those. Those are ones you can move.
Okay. I'm just
Okay.
wondering if that's something that he could. I didn't know if that was something that was part of.
Hmm.
Oh.
I think Ram is supposed to move them, right?
Yeah.
So I can see a 3x3 grid and there's these other markings around it. I can't see any sense or reason to their placement. There's some others here that I can place.
Can you? So you can pick them up and you can move them?
Only 4 of them.
Only 4.
The
of them.
others I can't.
These markings are made of that same material, that same bioluminescent material that you see just around you, crawling up your legs. It's just etched into the side of this wall. This what you're seeing in front of you.
Okay. So, is it possible that the markings are supposed to go within the grid in some way?
Potentially, but I don't know in what order.
Right. Maybe the other markings are a clue above it and beside it.
Well, okay. There's a repeat of the third one.
I see that. There is a repeat. It starts with 2 on the far left, which seem to be potentially by itself. There's 2 more that are separated. And then next to that, there's 3.
That are separated.
They are. I do see. Oh goodness! I'm wondering if I can. Oh, I can't. I can't actually.
The goo has
interact
reached
with-
everyone's shins.
Oh no. Okay, so, maybe with these 4 markings we can, I don't know, do something similar to one of the patterns we see, or a continuation of the pattern.
I've got 4 of them, but it's only a 3x3.
Right. So whatever the
So-
shape is going to be, it won't be.
Just out of character, you don't. It doesn't really matter. Like you don't know. The total number of things you're able to move isn't relevant.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
It does seem to be a repeating pattern. Maybe we complete the pattern.
So.
Do you see the 5th one in? I'm sorry, not the 5th. Yeah, yes, the
fourth
5th one in.
The 3 with
the 6.
one-
Yes, if you see the 5th one in, and then look to the bottom, that's repeating. And maybe if we just replicate the 6th one on there, that could solve the problem.
I mean, the problem is there's a space gap. Oh my goodness, this is gonna out of character. How simple is this actually going to be?
Pretty simple.
Of course course it is.
Repeat the symbol that comes after the duplicate.
You mean the two and then the one underneath it? The two that are close together?
Well, no. You see...
So we see the two markings on the far left, right? And we count that line as one, just for now. And then there's the two separated ones right next to that. We see that, right? And then there's the three clustered right together. So are we counting them individually or are we counting them in groups? Because when we get past that, then we have the duplicate up top and the bottom, where there's the two separated, which are up top and at bottom, and then the three with the top one separated from the bottom two. Do you guys see that?
No.
No.
The goo has reached the middle of your thighs.
Oh,
Look,
gosh.
Whatever
Okay,
we do, we must do it quickly.
So, can we...
Can I use momentum to have the GM do this for us?
That's terrible.
No.
Ah.
Can I use
So-
momentum in a bag of Kit Kats to have the GM do this for us?
Potentially.
So, do you want to...
Hold on, guys. I'm pulling up my Amazon.
Okay. I mean, if we're going to do... Oh my gosh.
I
Well,
think we should
let's-
just do the sixth one in. It's a repeating pattern.
The sixth line. So the two lines, and then there's a space, then there's another line. That's what you're talking about?
Yes.
Yep.
That's
So
the
just-
one.
Just three in a row, top to bottom.
Yes.
Okay.
Are you done, Lieutenant Ram?
Yes.
The goo speeds up.
Right. Oh, man.
It
It's
doesn't
no.
look like a duplicate of the sixth line.
Remove that pattern.
The goo slows back down to its original state. It's around your midsection now, just above your belly buttons.
We're gonna learn what this is and feel like idiots, right? Because this is like tearing the engine apart of a lawnmower, and we should check for gas, right? 'Cause I feel like that's where we're at.
Yeah, my brain's not working at the moment.
It's interesting because we have a 3x3. I'm assuming we have to create a pattern that somehow corresponds to the other patterns in some way. One, two.
What would be
one,
the
two.
simplest
Oh,
way?
hey, can you do this for me? Can you put one in the upper left, and then three across the middle? There's no way, right? No, three across the I'm sorry, three diagonally across the middle. So one at the very bottom. Yep, and then the other one in the upper right-hand area. No.
The goo stops.
Confused goo.
The goo stops momentarily, but it's still continuing.
Ugh.
It hesitates.
The
And
goo
then the goo
hesitates.
decides to give it to you, sure.
Oh, no.
Oh, they're stupid.
The goo gives it to you.
They tried.
I need to know.
You'll-
What are we looking at?
You you begin to feel more than hear a voice. Well, three of you do. Lieutenant Ram is incoherent to this. Does not compute, but the rest of you hear feel an expression towards you.
Life forms. Sentient life forms.
Yes?
Feel free to speak up, Captain.
I'm just trying to realize what's going on here. What,
I'm pretty sure this mycelium is quite alive, which is going to be problematic for the miners to continue mining here, I imagine.
I thought I was hearing things.
No. I hear it too.
Sentience is prohibited from our terraforming operations. Discontinuing terraforming protocol.
The mycelium.
Understood.
The mycelium begins to retract. It retracts away from your bodies, sliding back down towards the ground. And you notice sliding away from the miners. The markings in front of you, now having read your mind, assign themselves numerical values, 1 through 10 above you, and 4 and 5 on the second row. Lieutenant Ram's markings form a 9. And a poorly drawn 9, by the way. The mycelium retreats and dissolves its way into the wall, leaving behind only a residue. The miners, for their part, are sliding down onto the floor, beginning to stir. They are emaciated and not very healthy looking, but they are alive. If drowsy.
Is there a way out from this place, or are we gonna have to? I don't want to shoot
You could ask the
walls.
miners.
All right.
Hello?
Hello?
There wouldn't happen to be a way out of here now, would there?
Who are you? You're not a denobulan.
Don't worry about it. Just let's focus on getting out of here. Sound good?
What about the weapon? The denobulan weapon?
All in due time. There's
Okay.
no weapon.
Okay. Yeah, we have some equipment down here. We were mining. We tried to punch a hole through the surface and we got pretty far. So, if you want to follow me.
Yes, time was of the essence. Let's
I'm
hurry
assuming
along.
out of communication range or can't get through to anything, right?
No, still no. Yeah, but you do follow the miners, and they bring you to a small sub cavern that has a huge amount of mining equipment storage in it. They continue their mining process and manage to punch through up to the surface under one of the approved tents. You exit to the surface, and all the miners are slowly trudging behind you, disoriented and drowsy but alive. You notice that the fleet, the 89th Imperial Fleet, is directly above and orbiting in geosynchronous orbit directly above you. And the last one out of the caves is an older Antaran cradling the the smaller one you'd remembered from earlier.
Captain, I suggest contacting Sotha as quickly as possible, and just so we can get this all clear about the life form in the cave and the everything.
Yes, I'm gonna do that immediately, and hopefully it's not too late. I'll open up a hail to Sotha. Sotha. This is Captain Eugene Lockstead. Come in.
Well, Lockstead, really cutting it down to the wire, aren't you? We're about 3 minutes away from deploying orbital bombardment on this rock.
You're going to want to hold bombardment. We just explored the caves, and you don't want to do that.
And why not?
There is no biological weapon. We have deduced that it is actually a living organism within these mines. Mining operations will cease on this moon, and we will have it evacuated.
There's some quiet discussion on the other side of the communication before Sotha comes back. We tentatively agreed to delay our orbital bombardment pending our investigation.
Herrick will sound off at this point. With all due respect, this should now become a topic for the United Federation of Planets and its council under Article 2.
Paperwork. You know what? This has become such a headache for me, for this entire fleet. I just wanted to orbitally bombard something today. I can't believe that this has taken so much of my time. I don't even care. Fine, Starfleet. Fine, Starfleet.
Well,
The Imperial
I guess
Andorian
that concludes that.
Government will expect a report in full by the end of the week. She just abruptly cuts communication, and you see the in orbit the fleet begin to leave.
Well, fantastic. Well, that's one issue solved.
Yeah.
Good work, Eric.
Thank you, sir.
I might not have all the paperwork memorized, but I know who I can turn to. Who has it? All up in here. Very well, we should probably tell the report to Charrock and tell him that he will be evacuating this facility immediately. Along with all mining operations, they will be suspended.
Sure. You make your way over to Charrock's office, and to Tulum's office. To the rendezvous point, and you walk into the office and see a few Antarans loading crates out of the mines. What you recognize to be the entrance to the eastern mine. As you walk into this facility, one of the Antarans drops their crate, and it opens to reveal a number of disruptor pistols and rifles. It's just sort of strewn across the floor.
Herrick immediately draws his Type 2 phaser.
I would follow suit.
The Antaran, young and scrawny and not very well paid, looks up at you, at everyone, at Starfleet, and their uniforms and phasers, and just kind of puts his hands up and just starts walking backwards.
Herrick's gonna hit his badge. Lovelace, prepare a security detachment for the surface immediately. Issue Type 3 phaser rifles.
What an interesting turn of events.
Look, I was just doing what they told me to, okay? I don't
Entire
have anything.
shits.
I don't really know what even is that? Is it some kind of
Oh,
gun?
jeez, Rick.
Like,
Oh, jeez. So it's okay. It's okay.
the other Antaran just looks at the younger one, just like,
Are they? They're fairly disheveled, right?
yeah.
Okay. Captain, we're gonna need. I think the Federation would be interested in the working conditions of these people.
Tulum.
And there's a lot of things that they would be interested in.
Tulum
What's going
walks
Hit
on
a
out
there?
of
gun vein.
Tulum walks out of the office into this little facility to see you, to greet you, to say, hello, Lovelace. What's and his case kind of looks at the gun crate.
Yeah.
Just
Enough
kinda,
with the pleasantries.
Hmm.
We know what's going on here, and you'll be under a full investigation. I want everyone who was involved in this to please be forthcoming with your information, as we will be getting to the bottom of this. Might as well fess up now. What's going on here?
There are 20 million Antaran lives that were lost in the Denobulan invasions and wars, constant wars. We're just trying to defend ourselves, okay? It's never gonna happen again.
Well, it's not for me to decide. It's for the Federation to decide now. You're under a full investigation, and we will have to seize these weapons and wait for their judgment on this. All mining operations are to cease, and we will be detaining those of you who resist.
The Antaran just puts his hands behind his head and surrenders.
Very well. Good choice. Be making a full report back to the Admiral as soon as we get back to the ship. I want full security detail down here as well. This has been one heck of a negotiation, I'll say that.
I will be making a request for the nearest Federation vessel to come and assist. I suggest a blockade of the planet until we receive word from the Federation Council.
Very good. Well, should proceed back to the Lovelace and give my report. Sure, you can take it from here, Herrick.
I can't wait to see Gregory.
I am a little curious. I'm
So-
very curious.
Well, we're all gone. He's just been ejected into space.
He's
So
still alive.
so we're heading back to Lovelace with our captives to the brig.
Yep.
Okay.
Herrick's
Um,
going to oversee security.
Sure. That makes sense.
Number
So
one, make it so.
everybody makes their way via the transporter back to the Lovelace, where you are beamed into the transporter room to Salixon, who is a little bit distraught, and just kind of says, "Oh, Captain, I'm so glad that you're here. Did you authorize what happened to Gregory?"
Authorize what?
You'd better just see for yourself.
Very well, lead the way.
So Salixon rushes the rest of you through the corridors out towards the briefing room, where excess cortisol levels have been detected. and in a dimly lit, misty, RGB, lava lamp fountain setting in this briefing room exists Ensign Gregory at the access panel attempting to wire something together with his whole head has been shaved. And as he turns to look at you, Captain, his eyebrows, you realize, have also been shaved. And there's a large, large scar going like from the top of the crown of his head, like all the way down the side, like towards the side of his face, and like a little bit to the left, of his ear. And you can tell that his hair was like kind of shaved irregularly, like as if it was done in a hurry.
Supercuts.
And Ensign Gregory, with his tongue kind of hanging out, kind of looks over at you, Captain, like, "Oh, Captain, hello."
Oh my God.
I'm glad you're here. My tongue is so numb right now. I can't feel my face.
Computer.
What did you do?
Ensign Gregory, what did they do to you?
What did you do?
Define do.
What did you do to Gregory?
Ensign Gregory has been fixed.
Computer, send medical immediately to escort Gregory back to medbay.
Of course, Captain.
Send the things that did this to him.
Hello, Gregory. This is medical. Right this way.
Well, actually,
Wait,
can we get
no, personnel, not the computer. No more of that.
Computer.
We don't have any medical staff?
No, you're it.
Oh my God.
Ensign Gregory, this way.
Computer, can we get a
Gregory,
a
for his
readout?
part, is stoked. Okay.
Can we get a readout of all medical procedures done to Ensign Gregory, please?
Of course. Collating.
Just
Collating.
says shave head.
I do want to say in my defense that he was legally dead.
Well,
He was
and you-
dead?
Yes.
Not anymore, Captain. I'm super alive right now. I'm so good. Oh, my faith.
Computer, will the numbness go away?
Yes.
Oh,
Probably.
well. Right. Captain,
You know what?
Unfortunately, due to the procedure, Ensign Gregory will no longer be able to feel his lower leg.
Oh.
Oh my God.
but he's alive, and I think there's something, we should.
Gregory,
Small victories?
Yes.
I want you to
Small
report
victories.
back to your quarters. You are relieved of your duty for the week.
Am I getting fired?
No, you're not fired. Think of it as a vacation. Think of it as, I don't want you to do anything.
Captain.
Just go to your quarters and just
Captain.
recuperate.
Captain.
What?
Gregory gets really close to you, Captain. Like, really, really close. And just kind of,
Yes.
says, Captain, do you like the fountain?
It's nice.
Ah!
It was crucial. We assure you it was crucial.
It was. It was crucial to the negotiations. I think without it, we would have had more issues. You should be very proud.
So much. I hate you guys so much.
Right this way, Gregory. Psst, psst, psst.
Just follow the voice, Gregory.
Okay, bye, everybody. And Gregory is led away by the ship's computer. Sing at him.
Captain,
Computer.
can I suggest when the other ship gets here, maybe we could get their medical personnel to take a look at Gregory?
Yeah, that's excellent. Also, make a note. Why do we not have any medical staff? When did that happen?
I think the computer's doing all right.
Since when have we? How long has this been going on? Herrick, have you been aware of this?
You guys beamed up. Herrick is still not there.
Oh, right. we just
The one time you acknowledge Herrick is with you, he's not with you.
Herrick?
Where's Herrick?
He's usually there.
You know, to be fair, he usually is right behind you.
Herrick
That
is
Oh, my
blissfully
goodness.
unaware of what's going on
completely.
down on the planet.
I'll patch into Herrick real quick. Herrick, the one time I call for you, you're not in the same room as me. This is embarrassing. You're usually
Captain.
good at that.
I made you aware that I was remaining behind, Captain. I apologize for the inconvenience.
That's fine. How long have we not had medical staff on the ship? I've just been made aware of that.
We have never had medical staff on the ship outside of the automated parameter.
You mean to tell me we've just been leaving it up to the computer?
I believe you have been leaving it up to the computer, Captain.
I just always assumed we had medical staff.
To
Okay,
be
well,
fair, we've actually had some pretty great successes in Medbay, so you could look into
okay.
one of those EMH models, but I don't know if they're ready yet.
Okay, well, let's really consider hiring some medical staff. Anyways, carry on, and just make a note. Gregory is not to do any work for a solid week. He's not quarantined, but he's relieved of duties for a solid week. You don't want to know what happened.
Would you like to make a shipwide hail, Captain? Or just like a shipwide announcement? It's kind of like the end of the, end of the day.
Yeah.
To alert the crew about your, next moves, your whereabouts.
I'll go ahead and patch in, do a shipwide hail.
Hello, this is your captain speaking. Well, we will be sticking around here for a little while we wait for the Federation starships to come in to assist us. So get nice and cozy. Today's winners of best hairstyles is, ironically, that's aged poorly. Gregory, congratulations! You had the best hairstyle. Speaking of Gregory, if you would like, we are now going to commence a Get Well Soon Gregory card in the cafeteria. You can sign your signature and leave your well wishes. You'll see why. Anyways, thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Herrick is standing down on the planet, just staring at his comm badge, like,
Just had to be that category.
Well, it has been a rather eventful day on the U.S.S. Lovelace. The peace has been preserved on Iona B3-2. Crises were averted, and no orbital bombardment took place. The crew even uncovered an ancient terraforming machine, and proved that the crew is sentient to it.
If I could ask, so it felt bad for us? Like, did it shake its head?
It asked you a question and you
Aw.
responded in the correct way, in a way that proved sentience.
Oh, okay. That's
So what was the solution to the puzzle?
yeah. So because
Every one of the markings up there represents a number,
right,
and below on the second row is represented 4 and 5. So the answer is 9.
oh, so it's a combination. I think I was like, there's a grid on here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I kept wondering if things were being grouped together a certain way.
Mm.
So there's like I don't know, 4 or 5 lines in. I was wondering if that was together. It was I'm not saying I would have got it without the grid.
Shoot, I'm just dumb.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Yeah, there's a let's see. So this puzzle is based on the what's called the Arecibo message. If any of you know what that is, it looks like this. And those numbers represented today were the numbers given to aliens from Carl Sagan in Arecibo in the 70s.
Oh.
Because it's something that they could mathematically figure out.
Yep. It's digits 1 through 10.
Right. Very clever.
So
More you know.
you're all still alive, and you've saved the day. Congratulations, crew of the U.S.S. Lovelace. This has been Star Trek Adventures Lovelace. I am your DM, Nicotine, and I'd like to give a very big thank you to not just the crew, but the live audience here on Twitch. Y'all are wonderful. If you're listening to the show on podcasting apps such as Spotify or Stitcher, know that we record this show live every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Pacific, only on twitch.tv/fablescraps. You can catch up on our VODs here or on YouTube, or join our Discord community at fablescraps.com/discord. We're going to go through and give a little shout out to all of our cast members here, starting with Fist of the Walrus.
Hello, I'm Fist of the Walrus, roleplay streamer here on Twitch. You can catch me over at Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube at Fist of the Walrus. It was a lot of fun. Poor Gregory. Oh. I can only imagine what that computer did. I can see those cartoon chainsaws and garden shears unfold out of the ceiling and just slowly descend upon him.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Fest. Next up is Lock the Raven.
I'm Lock the Raven. I'm a variety streamer on Twitch, a very put-upon Vulcan here on Star Trek Lovelace on Tuesdays, and an aloof tech priest on Fable Scraps Doomlore on Fridays. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Lock the Raven, spelled like it sounds.
Awesome. Thank you, Lock. Next up is Aaron Black.
Hello, my name is Aaron Black. I am an author that recently wrote a cyberpunk detective mystery novel called Firewall Down, and I'm in the process of writing the next one. If you want to know more about that, you can find me over on Twitter at Aaron B. Writes.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Aaron. Last but not least, Enovan.
Hello there, I'm Enovan, a streamer here on Twitch. Typically I stream roleplay games, VR games, and some variety as well. You can find me at twitch.tv/Enovan, that's spelled ENEVUN.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Again, my name is Nicotine. I do a lot of roleplay on my own channel. That's twitch.tv/Nicotine, Nikadine. And I DM the show, and I'm also in, as a cast member, our other show on Fable Scraps called Doomlore, a 40k story, every Friday at 3 p.m. We'll return next week for more Star Trek Adventures Lovelace. Have a wonderful week, everyone. Thank you to all of our donators, our live audience, everyone who's followed. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Farewell.
Space, humanity's last horizon. These are the records and expeditions of the Federation starship Lovelace. Assigned an ongoing galactic charter, the intrepid crew of the Lovelace explores the excitement of strange new worlds, encounters new life forms and new civilizations, and ultimately seeks to boldly go where no one has gone before.